Right, welcome people to the ultimate. Oh, Sugar's coming. I'm joking. To the ultimate TikTok, generally short method production presentation that me and Mo are going to be delivering. A lot of this is just like learnings, I guess, over the past quite a short period. I don't know how long Mo's been at it. We probably should have discussed this before, but for me, it's been about a month and a half. And I've learned a lot because once something like kicks off for you, you like start to research it a lot. So there's quite a few cool things, learnings that I have. If anything sounds like bullshit, feel free to call me out because it could be. And also feel free to like pipe in with any questions at any point for me or Mo, because we can try and answer. We can try not to answer. But yeah, let's jump in. So the slides are going to freeze, aren't they? I already know that. Oh, I can see whether or not they're freezing. Hello. So I've done the double name. This is for Cam. You never knows what to call me. On TikTok, I'm Gabriel and found, by the way. I'm just going to put that one out there to start. I thought it was the least confusing. And then 2 weeks ago, this happened. So drum roll. So this was an epic moment. I hit 100,000 followers on TikTok, which was pretty cool. Mo's on 40K. He's also bringing in a lot more money than I am through TikTok. So there's definitely two different methods here. It's not all about followers. Through the like, what's it called? The TikTok fund. What's it called?
Creators Fund.
The Creators Fund. He's doing quite well. So there's going to be some learnings coming from Mo on that side, for sure. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Feel free to look at all my stupid faces and all of the pictures. Yeah, these are some old videos, but I still look as bad in most of them. Anyway, let's jump right in. I've tried to put some kind of order to this, like to get it out of my brain, because this is actually like the first time I've sat down and had to think about TikTok, if that makes sense, and like my TikTok. I don't know if most of you've even had a chance to like actually sit down and think about the method and what's been going on and how it's mental that like thousands of people watch your videos every single day. So this was a pretty cool like 24 hours, 48 hours putting this together. Any thoughts, Mo?
The one word I repeated maybe more than I've ever said in my entire life over the past month is I pull out my phone, log into TikTok, and I go, wow, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. I've repeated so many times because honestly, the amount of exposure this app gives you in such a small period of time blew my brains out. Like, honestly, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, my story specifically is I posted about 12 videos like daily. Each of them got about 200 views, and my 13th video, which I'll come to like why it was better than the rest, but literally my 13th video got about 150,000 views. So I was getting constantly 200. The content wasn't different so much in the next video, but it just went 150K. Then the next one was 20K, and then the next one was 2.5 mil. So that was my first like 3 videos that kind of blew up in that way. And essentially through those 3 videos alone, I think I must have picked up about 60 or 70K followers, which was mental. Like, I think my biggest day so far was 30,000 followers in a day. Yeah, I saw that, Esther.
Can I interrupt a little? I have a question.
Yeah, go on.
It's 12 videos per day?
No, I did 12 videos in like, I was doing a video a day. And then I put out 12, like, so I did 12 days worth of videos. And then on the 13th day, my 13th video, I changed the style up and it went mental. Charles, you also had a question, but it's probably easy, like, to shout them out, to be honest.
Let's just have a discussion. Yeah, don't just speak.
All right. Basically, my question is, you guys have got both quite distinct strategies, or like how you film. Mo's very much like on the go, on the phone, like production quality like is like probably the last thing on your mind, whereas Gabriel, yours is a lot more refined, a lot more out of the Sony, 2 kind of different camera angles that you record. Do you think it makes any difference? And do you think you should just pick the one that has the less friction?
I feel like I've got an answer for this.
Go
No.
for it. Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
So I would say we'll probably get onto a lot of this in the presentation, so we'll try not to repeat it. But initially off the bat, my thought is, what we're trying to put out initially is probably different. So for me, my idea is set topics that I have to kind of think up, whereas Mo is trying to, I feel like his profile is a lot more like in the life, if that makes sense. And to have an in the life kind of profile, then you do want to just shoot here, shoot there straight away, and like quantity, because that's what the people that follow him want to see. They basically want to, if they could, they would 24-hour live stream him from like Heathrow Airport, to be honest, because they love it. That's what they live for. No one's going to 24-hour live stream me talking to myself all day long. I struggle to live with myself speaking to myself all day long. So my suggestion for the two is it very much depends on what you want your TikTok channel to be about. There's another question whether or not you even need to like have it focused on one of those two kinds, but that's to a later problem. If you're looking for, I think, quick growth, then production might be on your side, because production is lacking on TikTok. But if you've got like a good story, like and basically like cool content that you can put out at the quantity that Mo's able to, then you want to have it on your phone, because it's like the friction from setting up a camera every single time will probably be a nightmare for Mo.
Yeah, I think it all depends on your style and what you're going to be talking about. If you're going to be, I think the way Gabriel does it is amazing. I've seen more and more of it ever since Gabriel started doing it on TikTok. Like now, a lot of people are sort of copying his style.
I didn't come up with it.
Well, the thing is that style is becoming more and more popular, I should say. It's a better way of sort of putting it. But it literally just depends on what sort of content you have and what sort of style you're going for. There is no right or wrong answer. And the good thing about TikTok is that low production quality is acceptable. So for me, it's like low production quality is acceptable. I might as well, you know.
Do you Mo, if you were to do videos where it was you inside the office or inside your flat at home, and you were recording like, I don't know, in a similar way to Gabriel, where not necessarily splitting between the two personalities, but in a similar way where you will sort of piece the camera with yourself at home. Maybe you've got some nice B-roll footage to add, but like, let's imagine, for example, you didn't. Would you whip out the camera and turn it sideways, or would you just phone it?
No, I would just phone it. Personally, for me, it's the friction. It's the friction. And I edit in the app. I don't know, do you edit in the app, Gabriel, or do you edit offline?
I'm editing more and more in the app than before.
Yeah, because it's just, personally, I've got a lot of stuff on, and whipping out a camera, and then taking them off the SD card and then putting it into my phone, that's too long for me. I'd rather just press a button and go. And especially because TikTok is a place that accepts that. Personally, it's not worth for me going above and beyond to produce the quality when I can do just as much on my phone. Yeah. The tangible output, personally, for the type of content I do, I don't think it's worth it.
And it's just quickly, because I don't want to railroad the whole thing, but the fact that you now started to edit on the app, Gabriel, like, do you think that limits you from a point of view of just being able to reshare the content to avoid the whole like TikTok icon issue?
I've got all of it. For example, the back film is all edited and cut on Premiere Pro. When I say more edit on the app, I used to caption on Premiere Pro as well, and I used to type up my subtitles. I've taken that to the app, and I can kind of explain why a little bit later on. But
what about if you're going to share it on Reels or Shorts? Or do you not worry about them?
I'll spend another 5-10 minutes putting the captions in then on Premiere Pro. I'll probably do that anyway now in the future as well. It's double the resources, but like we're talking like an extra 5-10 minutes of my time. So for me, that's one of the things that you'll see about TikToks is that they should be quick. Like they shouldn't be taken up. Like a YouTube video for me will take a week. A TikTok video, let's say right now, if I wanted to start film and post, we're talking it would be out by 9:15.
Fair, okay.
To the same production value as any other.
Okay.
So 45 minutes from now, I could get out to the same quality of any other of my videos. Mo could probably have it out by 8:30.
Mo, like Mo, like you're sharing, you're resharing some of your quite a lot of your videos from TikTok and Reels. So are you doing it in Reels first and then sharing it to TikTok, or how are you doing that?
So a lot of it gets filmed offline, and then I put it into the TikTok app, produce the TikTok, add the captions, and then I download it using Snaptic, which is an app that just removes somebody suggested it on the WhatsApp. It removes the logo of TikTok, and then I just stuff that into Instagram. And are you suggesting that the algorithm beats you down if it has a TikTok vibe on Instagram?
If it has the TikTok logo, because like, so for example, I don't know if this, so you know, like in one of your recent ones where you're talking about the grooves, right? So one thing I noticed is you had like the TikTok comment in the thing, so which is, I think it's fine, but then it obviously didn't have the logo anywhere. So I was just interested to see, I guess, like you're predominantly thinking of it from a TikTok first angle, and then you're just snap ticking it to get the stuff off. So any content or edits you make, you're doing in the app, and then if you want to take it on in any other place like Instagram, then you're just removing the thing and then just uploading it there, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was a case the other day that someone did actually upload a video with the TikTok watermark on it, and it got 300,000 views on Reels.
Yeah, I don't think it's a major issue, but I think TikTok, Instagram don't like it, and therefore, like, I think if that's working, Mo, where you're just doing that and it's taking the logo off, and it means you can get stuff out on both platforms.
So a little case study here. I've got 2 videos. I mean, this one completely blew up on TikTok. I think it got like probably 500,000 views on TikTok, but on Instagram,
White Lines one.
No. The White Lines one done really well on TikTok as well. But this one is more about the vertical sortation unit in the baggage system. It got 94,000 views on Instagram. So it works, you know. For me, it's less effort. I'm literally going for the path of least resistance for the maximum output. That's my strategy.
And you both are recording. Sorry, this will be the last question, I promise. And you're both recording. So Mo, you're recording on your iPhone camera app and then importing it into TikTok.
Yeah.
Are you doing the same, Gabriel? So you're recording it on. Sorry, you're recording on your Sony, but then
record on my Sony, edit in Premiere Pro to just like, you'll have the whole video that could be posted, and then I'll caption and do anything additional on the app.
Cool.
Okay.
That's it.
Interesting. Nice.
That's all right, Charles. Feel free to ask any questions. Honestly, like
I don't know railroad the whole rest. I was just really interested to know if Mo was recording on the TikTok app itself or on the camera roll, but you're doing camera roll and then importing it in.
Makes sense, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just as easy, to be honest. It's probably harder to record on the TikTok app because then you have to know exactly what you want. Otherwise, if you did it on your camera, you can cut and change and like think about it a little bit afterwards if you want to.
Yeah,
fair enough.
So to talk roughly quickly about the TikTok process, the slides aren't going to say so much. They're more like pointers for me. So I'll kind of run through myself, and then Mo will obviously talk about himself, because we're going to have 2 different processes. It's probably good because people are going to have different processes that work for them. But essentially, it is the same as my YouTube process. I've probably got loads of ideas in the bank. Then all I have to do, I've got the whole Ali's Notion template with film, this, whatever it is, editing, whatever it is, all those stages. I actually store my ideas and timetable them on Excel just because it works for me. I can show you guys that afterwards, and all my ideas are there. And then I just use Ali's Notion template to just literally move the video across, so I know like what's in the works at that present point in time. It will normally involve me writing a script. For those of you that don't know my style, it's like I do a conversation back and forth about a video topic. So for example, if I want to talk about like, what have I done recently? Like a classic productivity one, like what's the 2-minute rule? It will literally be like, I'll start it with someone opening being like, oh, my life's so hectic, I don't know what to do. But the second guy comes in, do you know the 2-minute rule? Back and forth. He answers his problem. I will batch the hell out of this process, because like I told you, like from now to producing, like for me to do the entire process for one would be 45 minutes. But that is like so inefficient. Even that is inefficient for me, because I will now write, maybe at a time, 4 or 5 scripts straight away. That will probably be my evening. If I want to go and film, we're talking 5 scripts could take me maybe up to an hour to write. Probably not that long. I'll go through 2 iterations. The first one is literally just me. I've got my topic. I write down an idea. The second one is me looking at that script and literally saying, okay, that word doesn't work. And I'll get there. I'll explain kind of why in a second, but obviously TikTok, you don't have a long time. So literally if the word so or what or just any kind of link words are in there that I don't think need to be in there, or I've re-explained the point, they're out. Like that's what I do in my second iteration, because you have this long to capture someone's attention on TikTok. So first iteration, like I said, I literally talk myself through the conversation. I'm happy with it. And then the second one is just literally out the window, get rid of all those words and make sure that it's as basically as clean as possible. Then I'll film again 5 in a row. Then I'll edit on Premiere Pro without any captions, which also doesn't take very long because you're just cutting down a minute video, which won't take long. Then the best part about it is export time takes all of 45 seconds, not like an hour and a half, because it's a 45-second video, not a 10-minute video. And Premiere Pro loves me for that, and I love it for that. And then I'll probably edit whenever I can. So that's not, I don't really do batch editing, because then obviously I've got to go to the app and play around with that. And that's where, if you have any kind of like free time, so if you ever do any kind of traveling on trains, or you're out and about, or you have to be someone that spends a lot of time on the toilet, this is where editing in the app comes to your advantage, because it's like you could spend your time doing nothing, or I could literally add in a couple of captions that here and there. And that's why editing on a phone is so nice, because I don't have to be sat at a desk. Like, I got the train into town the other night to go out for a drink, and I was able to like do the captions for 3 videos on the way there, which saved me so much headache, because otherwise like I do it during meetings at work and stuff like that. The ones that I don't really need to listen to, because that's the kind of thing that's useful. If there's anyone wondering why I do captions on TikTok, a lot of people, I don't know why people don't like videos, my style of videos without captions. A lot of talking style videos will always have captions on them. I think it's just you're capturing a market. People often watch TikToks from really like quiet, so they'll just read it instead of like listen to it, and it just adds something extra for the eyes.
How come you don't use something like Clips, which automatically does the captions for you?
Again, so I'll get onto this in a second, but captioning in TikTok is quite good for the algorithm.
Does it? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I only found out about it the other day, but captioning in TikTok is essentially putting more words, as if like you had a description for your video. It's telling the algorithm more and more what the words associated with your video are. So TikTok really like you to caption your videos in the app. I would do everything in the app, but the other things, kind of like you said, add resistance. This one doesn't. I have to caption either way. It's probably a little bit longer for me to caption in the app than to caption on Premiere Pro, but it's worth it for the algorithm. So that's a tips and tricks. Mo, I don't know if your process is probably completely different to mine.
So my process in the early days involved scrolling through my camera roll for the past 2 years of me at Heathrow. Anything remotely TikTokable got slapped straight into the editor, add a couple words on it, and I literally turned 2 years worth of random videos that I took around the airport into videos, and that's how I gained my first, like, I say till this day, I literally scroll through my phone, find any random clip, and then I turn that into TikTok material. The only time I've actually gone out of my way to record stuff for TikTok was on the runway. And that's when I knew I was going to spend a whole day on the runway. So I just thought to myself, in broad daylight, which is something that never happens. So I just thought to myself, how can I make the most appealing, like, snap? So I was just spent my whole day recording in vertical, anything that looked remotely cool, adding talking on top of it as well. But it all got done offline. I'm not bothered to actually start doing stuff. I'm at work, you know. For me, I'm at work, so I need to actually respect the fact that I'm at work. But most of my stuff gets done in the TikTok editor. And it's literally just add captions, add add some sort of topics that just may seem remotely cool, or ask a question in the first couple 5 seconds to try and capture people's attentions, and then the rest of the video will answer that question. But yeah, and I'll go into a lot more detail as the presentation goes on, but I don't want to give you everything now.
Yeah.
The TikTok style.
Tease them. Make them wait till the end. Yeah, so as we said, like, I know we've been quite brief with our processes, but we'll kind of get into a lot more details, both of us, I think, on stuff further in. Like, for example, this idea generation. Excuse the quotes. I kind of like looked up like quotes for each topic that made sense. They made sense to me. They didn't make sense to probably anyone else. Hi, Ruben.
Ruben.
So what ideas should you use for TikTok? For me, like, so again, I'll speak like anecdotally about my life and about personal experiences. So my channel right now is quite British finance orientated. So it's a lot to do with like things that are relevant to, I guess, people around my age, maybe in their teens, to do with finance, and probably more specific to England and the UK than anywhere else. Why do I know about that? That's just kind of like things I've been interested in. So that's kind of why I've been able to generate quite a lot of content on that topic, just things that I've done regularly. I keep on top of my finances. Most people in the country, unfortunately, like don't. So like, I knew that I had that as like an unfair advantage, if that makes sense. Where else do I get kind of resources? News and online. So I follow like loads of, like, if anyone follows like Money Saving Expert, he has a weekly newsletter, get plenty of resources from that. Even things, there's a couple of newsletters that I just follow. They bring me the news. If there's anything relevant, I'll stick it in. Timely, for example, the tax year restarted, which meant like things like lifetime ISAs, which in the UK is like things for investing. It was relevant at the time, so I was like, make a video about it. That's kind of just the way that I stay on top of topics in terms of the news and online. Coal mine is like, I stuck it down late, but I didn't realize this is massive. So the first thing is, if you are interested in making TikToks, unfortunately, you have to spend a lot, like you should spend quite a bit of time on TikTok. It's quite addicting. So like, be warned, you will probably, if you haven't already, like get lost on the app. But it's so important to actually understand what is gripping like people on the app. So the algorithm would probably sort itself out pretty quickly and find out what you're interested in. It does it very well. It's kind of freaky.
Be careful, be careful, be warned.
Yeah, like you're going to swipe up and be like, I swear I haven't watched a single video on this topic. How do they know that like this is a video that I wanted to watch on TikTok?
On that note, one of the guys who does exactly my job, but in Stansted Airport, got recommended my videos, and he was like, fuck man, Tom was watching over my shoulder. Like, I'm an engineer at Stansted, and now they're getting recommended engineering at Heathrow. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so even like to see how people like caption, like how people use their hooks, different trends that I've also got there. Like, I spend maybe like, I'll spend a little bit of time on TikTok, but a lot of the things that I'm looking out for whilst I'm actually just using the app for my own entertainment is like research. So I'll look up other creators in my niche that are doing what I'm doing, or look up my topics and see if they've been done and how they've been done. Because they probably have been done, and they've probably been done really well. And you can see kind of straight away what differentiates those that grab an audience from those that don't. The hint is the first 5 seconds of your video is pretty much 3 even. And then, yeah, like you can see my segments already there. So I've got like finance, so I split it up: investment, tax, savings, hustling. I started to move to productivity, stuff behind the scenes. So like what camera equipment I'm going to use. Honestly, anything I find interesting. The other day, like Apple updated their software to let you unlock your iPhone with a mask on. Like, a lot of my thing is like educational. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a TikTok about that. I know it's not finance related, but there's straight away is a topic. Another one was, I saw that Costa were doing like for 3 days, they were doing every drink 50p. I was like, that if you like tell someone that, that's going to go. Like, people like that stuff.
That blew up, didn't it? That video.
That blew up, yeah. Apparently I could have, if I referenced like my Costa link, I would have got like free drinks for life, but I didn't do that.
No.
But yeah, like I've started to like, because I kind of can now, like I've kind of mixed it up. Q&A, people ask you questions on the app. once like you start to get a lot of followers, they're going to ask you questions. Mo does this really well. He'll answer questions. There's a video idea for you straight away. Just answer their question.
Charles, thank you, Charles, for that. Shout out, Charles. He told me to do that early days, so thank you.
No, right. It's literally the easiest bit. So
Honestly,
many people comment as well.
Exactly. Yeah. People ask like really basic questions that are really easy to answer.
What GCSEs did you do? What GCSEs?
Yeah.
Gabriel, how come you don't do that more? Do you use it as ideas but don't use it as questions to apply to?
To be honest, the questions that I get, I don't like so much. They're not so inspiring.
Yeah, you got quite a few haters in there, haven't you?
Yeah, no, not really. Honestly, if I ever get like a hater comment, I like reply to them, being like, "Oh," like I try to be like funny back to them, and then half the time they're like, "Oh, I was just trying to get a comment out of you," and I was like, "Ah, well, you did it."
Yeah. Well, here you are.
Yeah, one guy said that I looked like the chef from Ratatouille, so I responded telling him that was the funniest one so far. And he was being like, "I didn't mean it. I'm a big fan," and I was like, "No, like stick to your guns. No one's ever told me that before." Yeah. So like I kind of segmented my ideas up. I think that's quite good. If you can like have like an overview of what you're doing, segment it, and then break your topics down into those buckets. Probably helps you because, like I said, you have 45 seconds on TikTok, a minute max, but I wouldn't recommend making minute videos.
Unless you do parts. Unless you're doing parts.
And then because you only have that long, like you can be like, look at a really focused topic when you're talking about it. So like if I'm talking about investments, I can be really specific with it. So if I have a general topic under investment, for example, just what websites are good to invest, I could then make a video on each individual website, for example, instead of like doing all 5 websites in one video like I would on a YouTube video. And there you go, you've broken one video down into 6.
Just to add on to that, so I've seen a trend again, coal mining, is people will start off the video with, these are the best 6 videos to invest on TikTok, part 1, and then they'll just jump, like they'll be like, go onto this video, go onto this website, you can do this, and this, follow like for more, bang, and then that's it. You're in and out, and you subject it with the best website or the 6 best websites or the best websites to invest on, part 3, and then they'll know, oh crap, there's 2 more parts. So then they'll go on your page and they'll see part 1, part 2, and they'll scroll through to find the other parts, and then that gives you more content ideas moving forward because you can just keep coming up with websites or books. And I saw somebody just on this point. Somebody is breaking down personal development books into parts. So they're doing the law. You know, what's the book called? The 48 Laws of Power. Is that the book? 48 Laws of Power. Have you heard of it?
Sounds like a book.
Yeah. So there's a book called I'm not sure. I think it's called 48 Laws of Power. But basically, how to become powerful in society. And they'll break down each law. These videos are getting 2.5 million views each. 2.5 million views each. Where he literally starts off the book with, I'm reading this book so you don't have to, part 1, and then he just breaks it down, and it's like, I really want to steal that. I'm gonna read this book so you don't have to, because I'm big on reading but nobody wants to read, so I'm just
that's 48 videos. That's mad. That's his content sorted for 48 videos.
Yeah, and he's doing it with all the different personal development books, so how to win friends and influence people, all these different other ideas, all these different books, and he's just breaking it down into TikTok videos.
I like the fact doing that. I like the fact that you guys also don't necessarily like stay in your niche the whole time. Like I was just having a quick look at your page, Mo, and like I remember seeing one of your videos the other day where you just did like the 6-second blink test. I was like, this is like nothing related to airports or planes and so on. I was like, sick. And what I liked more was the little thumbnail as well. Like, oh, where is it? Can you see him in the corner here? Look?
Yeah, he's celebrating that.
How do you guys add the little title cards on the top? You see where it says like runways aren't fast. Like,
when you go and make it, when you add like your hashtags and all that kind of stuff, it says select cover, and then you can choose the frame of the video you want it to be, and you can add those like boxes over it to have it like a title.
Okay, nice. All right, thank you.
That's all right. But yeah, like I think that Charles has made a really good point there. Like TikTok, you should really look, or I personally look to TikTok, and I'm gonna I'll just skip to the next stage, or no, it was the like 2 after this. But I kind of looked at TikTok as kind of whatever creative outlet I want it to be. It kind of started off a bit strict, but the whole point is that TikTok should be like zero resistance. You should be able to think of like 10 videos in 10 minutes if you needed to. That's the whole point of it. It shouldn't feel like something that you're pressured, because obviously the content moves so quickly on there. Like your video is out, it's out for 2 days, and then you're on to the next one, especially if you're posting regularly. So you really shouldn't be fussed about video to video. As long as your theme is out there overall, like have fun with it. Try different styles, like experiment, see what's going to work. Try and go out of your topic and see how the audience reacts, because a lot of the time a video will go viral. It's got nothing to do with what your profile's about, because it's not going to go out to the people that follow you. It's going out to brand new people. So like and your followers aren't going to unfollow you, I promise you. Like they'll like it. If it's a good video and it's gone viral, they'll probably enjoy it as well. So like use it as an outlet to literally do whatever you want. If it's entertaining, it will go viral. Like that's pretty much a guarantee. And then it's up to you to try and like be consistent with that, because obviously the more, like there's so many people on the platform that have like 200 views, 200 views, 200 views, 1 million views, 200 views, 200 views, 200 views, 200 views. And that's kind of the trap you don't want to fall into, because then you get kind of upset, demoralized, and you'll probably leave the platform because you're like, oh, something happened, but then nothing's ever going to work for me ever again. The key is to find what works in your style and the videos that you're going to make, and then stick to that style. Mo, should I go on to the next one?
Yes.
All right. Tips for TikTok. Sometimes not much. It's just I don't even know what that means, but thank you, John O'Callaghan. These are like little tips and tricks that I've picked up, like specific to TikTok. I can run through them all the time. So the first thing is, I'm sure Mo will reiterate, hooks and watch time is like, that's the god of TikTok. The algorithm people are trying to figure out, it's not so hard. If you can keep people watching your video for a long time, it will go viral. That's the algorithm. I genuinely don't think likes or comments even matter. I've had a video with hundreds of thousands of views with about like 20 comments. So like, don't be fussed about likes and comments. It's all about keeping someone watching that video for as long as possible. The hook, when I say hook, what do they say? Like in YouTube, you probably have like a minute to hook someone in, or like 30 seconds. On TikTok, you have 3 seconds.
On that, how much time you have. I once watched my younger cousin scroll through TikTok. I'm going to demonstrate. This is exactly what he was doing. Literally, I'm not even joking. If it doesn't interest him in the first 2 seconds, he's moved on. He's gone. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. That was all he was doing. So you need to keep that in mind, because some people are
scary.
Just moving quick.
It's scary. Like, the truth is, at the moment, the app is filled with like probably teenagers. They are probably the biggest demographic on the app. There are a large section of adults. Like, don't worry, there are adults using the app. Like, well, firstly, there's like hundreds of millions of people using the app, so obviously there's all age ranges, but the majority are kids. So you probably want to make, not child friendly, do you know what I mean, but like what's the word? Like they're going to be the people that basically will tell the algorithm whether to make you go viral or not, and then it will pick up with other crowds. I think personally, I'm not saying make child-friendly content, because kids don't want that either, if you know what I mean. Like, they can hack a bit of like mature concepts and stuff like that. I think the majority of my comments actually come from like people in their 20s and 30s, but I feel like the majority of my watch time probably comes from people in their 16 to 20s.
I'm not sure if I agree with like aim for children in the early stages. I think the early stages should be just experimental. Just keep experimenting. Because I would like, for example, if I had in mind Cams wouldn't want to make his target audience isn't children. So
it is in Scotland, Mo. We start young.
There is definitely an element of truth of they will feed the algorithm for you if you can hook them, and I can resonate with that, actually, Gabriel. But I think don't underestimate how many people are on there that aren't kids.
Yeah,
and you can find your niche. You can.
Well, I think the proof's in the pudding. If you go on TikTok and watch TikTok for an hour, 90% of the content you watch will be made by adults.
Mm.
The people producing are adults. The people probably watching a bit more and not making TikToks are kids. I don't know, Mo, you're going to do like a little case study now, like flick through adult.
I was actually going to go see if I have an average time for my analytics, an average age, sorry, for my analytics. Did they tell you that sort of stuff?
No, I don't think so.
That would have been interesting to see.
What about like the whole posting regularly thing? Like I think this is something that is kind of like someone who's like fairly new to this whole game of like TikTok stuff. The whole
I'll tell you what I did.
Every 2 days thing is quite like, damn.
I set myself a challenge at the start, and I was going to challenge everyone at the end here if they wanted to go on TikTok. I posted a video a day for 30 days, and that was my challenge.
Whoa.
And then after that, now I'm happy to like drop down, and I'll produce maybe 3 a week. 3 a week means that in a 3-hour session, I can produce 2 weeks worth of content.
Do you think, Gabriel, it matters? Like, okay, I don't know why I overthink this, but for example, if you film like 3 videos in one sitting, if you were wearing the same clothes in that sitting, do you think like anyone pays attention to that?
Doesn't matter.
Like, if you wear the same jumper.
I used to change tops for the 2 people. So I used to have the main guy answering the questions in my video was always wearing a black tee. And then the other guy was always like, I'd always put on a different jumper. Recently, I'm just like, why am I wasting my time like changing tops? Like, honestly, like I said, like it's the path of least resistance for TikTok. So I literally now for the past 5 videos, it's been this jumper. So this jumper goes on for one of the characters in my video, and the other one, I just take the jumper off and I wear the t-shirt that's underneath. That's it. Yeah. And then like, even that's annoying for me.
Yeah, you should just hat it. Man, just put a hat on or something.
I do. Half my TikToks now, like I've got a wig and some sunglasses in there as well. And spice up the second character.
Yeah.
Don't overthink of it. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Honestly. I'm not convinced on the whole second character thing. I don't know.
It's a style, but it's not the only style. I can promise you that. I think that the main theme that me and Mo will probably shout out is just don't overthink producing on TikTok. 100%. It's such a cool app because what it does, it's like posting something that can reach thousands of people and not a single one of them like you'll know. So like, for example, on YouTube, probably the majority of like my first 100 subscribers were friends and family. So they're getting all my videos every single time I post one. If I post anything on Instagram, or if I post anything on whatever it is, Facebook, sharing it on there, or even on Twitter, it's friends and family, it's people that I know. On TikTok, there's not a single person. I'm just literally making a video and sending it out to the abyss. And it's such a cool idea. There's no app like it because you can make what you want and just send it out, and there's no judgment there. It just goes out, and the more people that like it, the more people it goes to. And then eventually it might hit someone you know, which I got a lot of text messages on my one that went really viral. They were like, on my FYP, like, which is like your For You page where you scroll through what Mo was on. Yeah. They're like, why are you on my page? Why are you making TikToks? And I was like, oh, hi, yeah, I make TikToks. That's how most of my friends found out I was on TikTok.
Yeah. The amount of people I get emails from work going, I just saw your video on my my For You page. I'm like, oh, they're on to me. Shit. Somebody actually sent one of my videos to the media team saying, security breach, Heathrow Airport.
Really?
Letters, yeah.
Really? Because I asked you about that like 6 months ago. Like, what happens if some terrorist like sees your videos and like, what came of that?
So I know the media team well. Some of them got really flustered by it, but the people I know were like, show us in the video where there's a security breach, and we'll ask them to take it down. But people were overreacting. He said the email looked like it was from a child who was just jealous.
Oh.
So I'll just
we can't all be Heathrow engineers, eh?
I'm trying to help more people be like me, so
it's true.
I'm trying to fix it.
That's hilarious. I mean, I got an email from some kid, like a long one, having a go at me. It was titled investmenting. He asked me like 70 questions, but then also abused me for like making videos on the topic. But then was also like, can you help me with this question? But also like, you're bad for making this content. And I was just like, what?
Yeah.
I assume you guys have put like non-personal emails in your bio.
I haven't put an email.
I put my business email.
Yeah.
Like my business TikTok email now. Yeah.
But Mo, they'll probably find it from your YouTube if they really wanted to.
I think the only way to find my email is through my LinkedIn.
Oh,
If they're that desperate, then they'll find. Most of my people come to my Instagram page and then DM me. The amount of DMs I get through Instagram saying I found your TikTok, which is great. It grows both platforms. That's the beauty of TikTok. People can't DM you on TikTok. So if they want to contact you,
yeah, that's a good point actually.
they are forced to come find you elsewhere, and that's when you find your YouTube and your Instagram just bask in.
How do you choose what to put in your CTA? Do you guys both use link trees?
I've got in the TikTok app, you can link Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, but like,
it's quite cool.
Is it not better to just have one?
So
no, because
when you click on it,
the little drop down, you get the drop down, right?
It brings a drop down of what do you want. You want YouTube, what do you want Instagram?
I guess I'm just curious whether if it's better to just have one, because otherwise you've just created another step there.
No, I've got a link tree in there as well that has all my other things where I'm trying to
have links.
Yeah, so I've got 3.
I guess I don't really care about Instagram, so I would just send people to my YouTube. Fuck them if they want to DM me, then fuck them.
Yeah.
Right, so carry on.
I'll keep jumping on with these tips just so they like make sense. Loops is a massive thing on TikTok at the moment. You'll probably find them. It's basically where the ending of your video leads into the start of your video. And a really powerful thing, obviously, like I said earlier with TikTok, is watch time. So what a lot of clever creators are doing right now is if someone doesn't know where your video ends and they'll watch it to the end, they'll start watching it again because it loops the video. If you don't move on to the next one, it will start the video again. There are people that literally make a video called like try and find the ending, and they will literally make a loop where you don't know where the video's ended and the next one started, and they're probably getting like 300% watch time, which will make that, if you get anything above 100% watch time on average, your video is going to the millions, quite simply. It's like, that is a massive part. I'll get onto one content creator that does this really well in the kind of information side of things, not like in the entertainment. I think his name's Teja Shuler. I've got it written down here somewhere. But he always ends with, and that's why, that will be the end of his video. And then the beginning will be like continuing the sentence. So, and that's why you need to invest in this right now.
Exactly.
And then it loops the question. There you go. That's the guy.
That's the one.
His videos
I DM'd this guy. He also records, and I don't know if I've been overthinking this for so long. I messaged him and he records in 60 frames per second as well on his camera, and that's why his videos look so silky.
I don't know if that's so important.
These are I guess stacking the deck in your favor, as Ali would say it. I guess they're the little tiny tweaks that may make you stand out. But if you're not even posting yet, then that's the last thing that you'll be worrying about, because it's friction.
Yeah.
Well, you can record on your iPhone. You can just choose the setting though. So like I could just choose 30 or 60.
He's shooting with a camera though.
Yeah.
He is, yeah. And I don't know how he's adding the text on top though. But I think he's editing it in Premiere Pro each time.
I think so as well. But yeah, loops is epic. If you can add that in, it's definitely something that I'm probably going to have to think about in the future and try and add those in.
Yeah.
Because if you do them right, like your video's like going to bang. Shares is the other thing that I think is quite important. I don't think comments and likes are so needed, but if you've got something in your video that someone's going to be like, oh, I should send this quickly to a friend.
Yeah. Or save it.
Or save it. That's a massive, massive thing through TikTok. So down the side, it offers you 3 options. You can comment, like, or share. The share is probably, unlike, no one shares like YouTube videos really that much, but it's massive. Like I've had hundreds of shares or thousands on like my biggest videos. People are sharing it to their friends because they're like, oh, this is cool information. So instead of like tagging their friend in the comments, they're more likely to actually just hit that share button and put it in a WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
So those are the biggest kind of algorithm hacks. I've got a couple of other things here that have worked for me. Mo might disagree on some of them, but in my opinion, my prime length is 25 to 30 seconds. And the reason for that is 60 is too long. If you've got a video that's 60 seconds and you're getting people to watch all the way through, like you've got a viral video like that's hitting the millions, like there's no doubt about that. That's the strength of having a longer video. Obviously the weakness is people aren't going to sit around for that long. Less than 25 seconds. So if we're talking like 15 to 20 seconds, you need people to be watching you need everyone to be watching that entire video, basically, for it to go viral, which is kind of hard because if people are stopping at 10 seconds or 12 seconds, you're not going to be doing so well. Whereas I think I've kind of found the sweet spot with 25 to 30 seconds for me, because if I can get a 17 or 18 second watch time, which isn't like percentage wise that much of the video, then I know that my video is going to hit hundreds of thousands of people. So for me, that's been my sweet spot. I'm not stressed about it. If a video is 20 seconds, it's 20 seconds. And if it's 40, it's 40. But that is kind of the spot that I'm aiming for at the moment with length, for those reasons. Mo, do you have any kind of like, do you do anything about this?
I don't think about this at all.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's more about each video is its own little story. So if it needs to be longer, it needs to be longer. One thing that I would definitely say about length though is it should never be longer than it should be. Now that sounds like a weird thing to say, but for example, if I'll give you an example in my world, right? If I'm taking a video of a plane taking off, if it gets to the point where even I'm thinking, yeah, the video should have ended by now, then that's way too long. Because remember that percentage of watch time, you want it to tick over the 100%. So you want it to end before it should, rather than after it should have. So don't wait for it to get boring and then finish it off. Chop it early and then let people loop it over again. That's now my take. Make it, end it before it should, so that you can try and get that loop. Yeah,
that's why before I was talking about when I edit, my second round of editing, my second iteration is remove any single phrase, word, sound, breath in a video that isn't necessary. When I'm actually editing, I like literally use the side key, and I literally, the moment that I will cut it up until the first sound is made coming out of my voice, and I will like end that section of talking like until, like, if that makes sense, like there's only the sound wave in that section of video. That's it. There's no breath. My videos never start. My videos literally start the second it comes on is sound. There isn't a moment pause.
Yeah. And you want the first thing to say to be something that raises loads of questions. The more questions that get raised in that first second, the better. I was giving Gabriel an example where one of my most viral videos early on was I point at the runway and I'm like, this was white at some point, and it's like a black mark on the runway. And straight away you think to yourself, hold on, where are you? Why should that have been white? And all these questions come out of nowhere, like should have been white at some point. And again, it comes up straight away. There's no time wasted. Straight away, I just say this should have been white at some point. That video blew up because I think
there's no intros, are there? There's no intros.
There's no intros.
It's straight to the point.
If you're gonna say hi, welcome to, people are gone. People are gone.
I'm a fourth year medical student in Cambridge.
Yeah, no,
none of that.
Nope.
None of that. The question. There's a lot of channels on TikTok that go into a lot of details on this, like marketing TikTok. That give you tips. So a lot of them like stress, for example, use the word you in the first 3 seconds, because the word you, like they look into like philosophy, screams to someone. They're like, oh, me, like you're talking about me in this video. It's relevant to me. I'll pick up the topic straight away in my video. So whatever the subject is, that question is in there straight away. So I mean, like it's hard to think of examples on the spot, but if it's like about buying a house, like the question at the beginning will be like, I'm way too young to buy a house. The next one will be like, oh, actually you can do it. So like it opens with the problem straight away. A lot of TikToks will open with top 3 things to do this. Like that's the opening phrase, or how you can do this in 10 seconds. Like they're very catchy. They'll even have it like bold, probably written as well on the screen. They'll have it captioned. A lot of cut frames. If they're doing like B-roll, their B-roll probably, like Mo probably the king of this. His B-roll will never be very long. How you probably cut it 2-3 seconds if you're filming something that's not you talking, unless it's you specifically talking about something.
The ones where it's been longer than it should have, and it's that when you watch it, you'll know there's like a moment where you realize like there's a weak point. You don't want any weak points. You don't want a moment where you're watching it and you think this is a bit boring right now, So yeah, cut them short. I think I watched a video once where on YouTube, it was a guy giving advice for TikTok. Yep, you will get to that point where you're watching YouTube videos about TikTok advice. 2.5 videos max. No cut within his video goes over. Even if he's speaking, he will keep like walking around in the same room with different angles, just saying one sentence at a time, and that enough is snappy enough to just keep people there.
That's kind of what I think why my 2-person jump frame works.
Yeah.
Because I'm snapping from person to person, so each person will talk for maximum 4 or 5 seconds before it switches around to the other person, and that's all you need. It's all visual or audio aids that are going to like do something for someone. That is kind of quite a big thing. A lot of people that do these like fact telling, they'll jump in a mirror and they'll say like a fact. There's a lot of videos that be like, did you know this? Then they'll jump to another mirror, or like they'll jump to another place and film them. Like they film each scene in a different room. And those are the reasons: high energy, just constant moving, constant cut frames. So that's definitely very important. The next thing I've written down here is sounds, hashtags, and descriptions. Don't ever overthink your hashtags or descriptions. They are not going to be what makes your video go viral. I don't even think they're so important. I literally throw them in now, like as like part of a like just because it's part of my routine. My hashtags, I've got like my set hashtags now that I use just because they work for me, or I saw another creator making my style of videos, he used those hashtags, so I borrowed 2 of them and I changed the other 3. I don't use hashtag FYP. I don't use it anymore. I don't really think it does anything. The description's the same. Sounds is the one thing that might make a difference. Mo's quite a firm believer on sounds. He loves sounds. So Mo, take this away.
So sounds are there. When you go on TikTok, there's a button on the bottom that says music. You go on music, you have TikTok viral as an option. If you go there, it will literally list out top 10, top 20 viral sounds. I usually go for the top one. If it's just a speaking video and I don't really want music in the background, then I'll just choose the top most viral sound and put it down to mute straight away. Or if I'm just talking and I think sound would actually add like a cinematic effect in this situation, then what I would do is I would go and I'd literally put the sound at about 3 or 4 out of 100, out of 200 actually. You can go over 100, but I'd put it down as really low just to have something in the background, especially if you're just talking. People will lose focus. I just find that the music helps, and there's different sounds for different things. This is when spending time on that will really help, because if you're talking about something and it's a bit funny and quirky, then it's like there's like this monkey sound. I don't even know what it's called, but it fits into the vibe of the what you're saying, and that one is also viral, which helps. I kind of find the right music that fits the vibe of what I'm saying. Well, yeah, spinning monkey, that's the one. I find the music that fits the vibe of what I'm saying or what I'm showing, and then I add it on there. I like sort of adding dramatic music to something that's really not dramatic. Really helps. So it'll be just a plane taking off, yeah, but you just have like, what you know about rolling down in the deep, and then it's like
nice.
It's like, no, I'm done. So, and then it's like the plane just takes off at that perfect moment. Here's when music really comes into a world of its own. If you can make it satisfying to watch, like if the beat drops at the exact moment something happens, I've sat there for hours watching a plane land, because the moment Biggie Smalls starts dropping lyrics, the plane like tires screech, and it's like it just feels so satisfying to watch because the beat drops and everything just looks. Because remember, TikTok is a visual platform, so if you can make something satisfying in the way it sounds and the way it looks, and the whole shebang just feels good to watch, that's when music comes into a world of its own.
Mo, where do you add the sound? So like on here, right? I've got this thing. It's like
go to the bottom. So now go to the next phase. Go to the next page.
Yeah.
Now you're currently filming. Were you on the filming screen?
He's on the filming screen.
Yeah, look, I just recorded this clip of me. Right.
Yeah. Now go to the bottom on the left-hand side. There should be a little music button.
Yeah. Recommended
viral. So go to the TikTok viral.
So if you search, like I'm on this.
Yeah. There you go. Scroll down a little bit.
UK top hot 50.
There's a TikTok viral just besides that. That's where I
monkeys spinning monkeys. It's number 1.
It's number 1, yeah. So this one banged when I was talking about where bags go in the baggage system. So it's like, where is the bag gonna go in the baggage system? And if you listen to the music,
this one.
Yeah. If you exactly.
Okay, nice. Okay.
That is like if you're about to say something and it's like, ooh, what's he gonna say? This song will complement what you're trying to say, what you're trying to describe. but you can get the music wrong, because if it doesn't feel satisfying or if it feels out of place, then it just
will
won't
ruin
work.
the video.
It won't work.
No, that's all like brilliant. I think, like Mo said, how I found my video was I watched other creators. If I like their sound, I click on the sound in the bottom right corner and I save it. And that's how I've got like a batch of 5 or 6 sounds now that I'll use on every single video, just from hearing other creators use a sound that was just like, yeah, that works with this kind of video. So really useful. Hashtag descriptions, don't worry about them. Like, really don't. They're good. I don't think they're key.
I spam mine, but the only thing when you spam hashtags is that they take up space on your
they take
actual
up space on the screen.
page. Like, they will all be visible and they will like take up physical space, and it's not nice.
Yeah, that's also something key to be aware of when you're captioning. So when you're watching a TikTok, I mean, if any of you've got TikTok, firstly at the top of your screen, it will say for you/following. So that's little written at the top. Down the side, you've got your like, share, comment section, and at the bottom, you've got all the like hashtags that has been included on the video. So if you're captioning, you don't want it to go behind, like you don't want it to be like right to the side on the right, or right to the bottom, or right at the top, because they'll be covered by the things that sit on every single TikTok video. So if it's covered by the like sign, people are going to be like, this video is like, what's written there? Like, oh, it's a bit poorly produced next. So like my captioning now is very central. Like,
you used to get it covered all the time. Gabriel.
All the time. It was a nightmare. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to like edge it like every single time, but now I just like don't even risk it. I don't even get close to the sides.
Yeah. Now this is when having that knowledge of where things are on the screen comes in useful, because if you want to direct people to follow, then you can just go, you point towards it, or you add it in the post editing. It's like, you know where the follow button is, and that's the beauty of TikTok. People don't need to go far to follow you. On the same screen, one little click of that plus button, and they're following you. So it's very easy to tempt people to follow you. If you've said something, beneficial, if they've benefited from that piece of content and it's actually valuable,
they're following.
But not if, like, I found that they'll follow you. A lot of people will follow you if they found it valuable, full stop. But a lot more people will follow you if they found it valuable and you reminded them. This is something that Gabriel does amazingly. You take it away, Gabriel. Do this bit. This is your bit.
What, should I do my classic?
Yeah,
so
go on.
Every single one of my videos will end with one of the characters being like, whoa, how did you know this? And the other guy will be like, that's because I follow, and then I'll point at the screen and it will end like that. It's taken from like the OG. There's a guy called Tilbury. He's like a 70-year-old guy that does my knee. He came up with this, and it's like a call to action. And it just fits so perfectly into my style of videos that it's just like, I now don't ever end a video. Like, that's how I end every single video. Or it's like, where did you learn this? Or I have to follow you to learn more like that. Like, one of the 2 characters is basically saying follow.
Yeah. And he's even built it into his like branding, to the point where it's like, I get it, I'm following, it's fine, tell me. It's like,
there's one video that the other guy's just like sick of it. He's like, I followed you, like, can you calm down, stop asking?
What about effects, guys? Like, how often do you use effects, like, for stuff? I mean, Mo's blessed with like the best B-roll he could have for his niche ever. So maybe he's not the best person to ask. But like, Gabriel, like, how do you ever use the effect stuff where you put like a background behind you? Or
I've been tempted to use the one where you can have a video, so I could like have a video that I'm talking about, and like then my body could be on the screen, because it does a green screen effect quite naturally. That one, or the picture one, is quite big on TikTok. There have been a lot of viral videos where people are referencing something, and they'll have the article as their green screen behind them. I personally haven't done it yet, but if it's relevant, and if it's got a really catchy title, or it's something that's really massive in the news, or it's a video that's kind of cool to sit behind, or if you're even like using another TikTok video. So if you're like, there's ways where you can like comment on other videos where you don't, like, you bring in their video into your video.
Duet,
that's the one. They're all reasons to do it. But like, with all this stuff, experiment, use it all. Like, TikTok is a playground. That's what it should be treated as. It is a playground for your imagination. Go to school on all these ideas. Don't just post, just start. Like, no one cares what your old videos were. They just care what your next videos are once they're following you. And if they followed you for one, they'll probably like your next one. So like, don't worry if videos don't take off. Just keep going with them, and keep making whatever you enjoy to make, because that's what I treat TikTok as.
Actually,
Oh,
sorry, Charles, go on.
No, you go. I've asked like 16 million questions. You go.
Actually, just on stitching and duetting, like, if you were going to do it, would you be like really specific about the accounts that you would stitch or duet with, or just with anything that's relevant?
Anything trending, anything relevant, anything that's in right now. So I done one where it's like people are like listening attentively to what you're about to say, and then the moment you say something, they all walk away. And because that was trending, I just jumped on the trend. And yeah, it doesn't matter what. Just like that, this feeds perfectly into what Gabriel was saying. It's a playground. Don't take it too seriously. It's like saying, oh, when I'm swinging on all the monkey bars in the playground, do I have to do it with perfect form? It's like, have fun with it, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, play around with the app.
Can you save TikToks as drafts?
Yes, you can. That is massive. That's like your preparation field. So you can actually schedule them now on the app.
Can you?
Oh, sorry, not on the app. Sorry, I'm actually making sure. You can schedule them on the website version of the app.
There's a website?
There's a TikTok website, and you can schedule your videos on that, so they'll post automatically, but then you can't have the background music in them, so you can't use the music feature, and you can't add a like front cover that will sit on your page nicely. You can choose like a portion of your video, but you can't add like the box text.
How do you put stuff into your draft? Because I still haven't figured out drafts.
So drafts,
I'd literally just figured it out myself. I'm playing along as I go. It's the best
you can
way.
make the entire video, and then when you get to your end screen where you add in your description and your hashtags, at the bottom on the right it says post, on the left it says drafts.
Oh, I see. I'm so zoned in on just getting it off.
And you can have unlimited drafts. So you could, if you can get like 30 videos in there, then you're ready to go on the day you just post them.
I need to do more of that.
I also see why about the time thing, that you're not as worried about the time, because you only have 60 or 15-second options. They don't give you a 30-second option.
Well, the 60-second option, you can film 30 seconds in and then just go next.
Yeah, but how do you know where 30 seconds is though?
There's a little bar at the top that tells you how far along you are in your time when you're filming.
But it only has a line that goes to 15 seconds.
Genuinely,
no,
Charles?
at the bottom, it says at the bottom, switch to 15 or... Oh, the line.
There's a little vertical line.
There's a cut at 15.
Yeah, you see that? There's a little line.
Charles, please, you're so overthinking.
I know.
Charles, once you get past the 15 seconds, then there's another line.
Oh, does one appear after you get past 15?
I think so. And then that's the last line.
Charles, if you go on Amazon, you can get a ruler, and then if you do the maths, you work backwards.
Or
no, it doesn't. It doesn't show 30
put it behind
seconds.
the camera, and then just watch that go around 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Get one of those things that people use for Rubik's cubes, where they hit start and then the time.
The only reason I'm thinking of 30 is because I really want to share it on Reels, TikTok, and Short.
That makes more sense.
So I'm not trying to overthink it on the app, but I'm thinking like, if I can film everything on the app itself and then just do the whatever the switch up thing to get rid of that website is that Joe shared, to get rid of the link, get rid of the logo even. But yeah, they don't make it so that you can see 30.
But don't forget, we're getting 60-second reels. It's happening.
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually. So basically, I should just record them all on TikTok, wait until Instagram just release that, and then just start creating now.
Yeah.
Epic. Don't delete. Last two
things are don't delete and don't overpost. So instead of deleting a video, just private them. So just make sure they're not shown to everyone. TikTok doesn't like you deleting videos. I don't know if it's actually a thing, but if it's true as a myth, you just go on settings and you write who can see it. You just write just me. So that's what I do. And then it goes off my main page and no one else can see it. And don't overpost just means like don't post more than twice in an hour. I've also heard that TikTok doesn't like that.
I'm not sure if that's true.
Because I heard that it will stop boosting one of your videos. It will like forget on your original video and just go for your second one.
I think that's one of those things that just goes around.
Because I'm falling for a TikTok myth.
But Mo, at the end of the day, we're talking about 2 an hour here. Like one a day would be good for me. Like
no, because what I do is I literally sit down and I just go scroll through my feed and I just upload bang bang bang. So I'll sit there.
Do you? Okay,
draft them, put them in your drafts.
That's the thing. I till like 5 minutes ago I learned how to draft stuff. So no, I think that's a myth. And I watched another TikTok myth sort of video which said if you actually post 2 videos one after the other, then it actually does you justice. Another thing that before we move on from TikTok tips is apparently if you go live, everything gets boosted up as well. So if you go live on TikTok and people interact and people engage
Straight
with
after
you,
you post a video, yeah.
well, whether it's straight after you post a video or just in general, because what happens is TikTok likes to show people stuff on their For You page when there's a little red sign on your picture that says live on it. So then not only are we showing you stuff, but by the way, this person's also live, and it's like you become more of a.
Have you gone live?
I have gone live. Yeah, I've gone live a few times, and it's.
How was it?
I get there's literally a few kids that just love my page, and they're like, how do I become an aerospace engineer? They're just like aggressively asking, how do I become an aerospace engineer? And I'm just there trying to give them my best advice.
Love that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a
TikTok...
very different vibe. Very different vibe.
I haven't gone live yet. I'm not brave enough. I feel like I get abused by someone calling me Ratatouille again.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't like the rat, I don't like the chef. Probably the two combined. The next TikTok philosophy. So like we can just run onto this, but I think we've said it enough. Just like use it to experiment. It's an instantaneous reward. So like TikTok is rapid. It moves so quickly that like once you've posted a video, honestly, just forget about it and move on to your next. Like it moves so quickly, the app. I'll have a video that's going crazy for 2 days, like hundreds of thousands of views for both days. And then the third day gone, like it's done. That's the video's time over. TikTok algorithm has decided that it has had enough views and they are done with my video. I've had a video that hasn't taken off for 2 days and then third day, boom, views. And then fourth day, like it won't really be that long after you've posted it, to be honest, to decide whether or not it's done well. We're not talking like a month later, all of a sudden your TikTok will go viral. I don't know if Mo's ever experienced that, but I've never seen that before. But yeah, like I said, just really, the key is just not overthinking. It's just posting it. If it gets low views, it gets low views. If it gets good views, well done, it's got good views. Just move on, because I think that one of the most difficult parts for me is that you normalize what the best thing that's happened to you very, very quickly. So when I got that video that hit 2.5 million, that was my third video that done well. After that, I got a video that had like 8,000 views. Bear in mind, 4 days earlier, I hadn't got above 200 views on a video. I was looking at this 8,000 thinking, what have I done wrong? Like I've screwed up my chances here. My channel's gone to shit. And like, if you go back 4 days ago, if I get a video that has 8,000 views, I'm like running downstairs, like telling my parents, like, yes, I still live at home. I'm 23, if that's an age guess.
It's all right, gang, living at home, 20 something.
Yeah, so
30 plus, so you've got a lot of time.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's just one thing to like take it as. It's just, if it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And just be creative, get creative with it and do what you can. Like I said, I have to so often remind myself that I always get one comment being like, thank you so much for this video, or like, this is a good video. And like, I need to slow down, because my YouTube obviously was like, my goal was 2 years, like Ali says, 2 years of not expecting a reward from it before. Like, you should just be consistent for that long. And I've got very lucky with TikTok, even though, like, as everyone says, you make your own luck. You post consistently and you post well, and you'll be fine. But I do have to ground myself, and like, I do look at a video that's getting like 1,000 views and like be like, shit, that's not a lot. But like, it's 1,000 views, which is crazy. Like a month ago, 1,000 views would have blown my mind. Yeah. So I do slow myself down sometimes and just be like I'm so happy with any growth, to be honest, at this point, because like I said, I put a two year kind of timeline on this at the minimum that I was going to like pursue this for, and we're 5 months in. So I'm good. I've got another 18 months to not worry about what happens on this platform.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, honestly, because I think I've definitely fallen into the same trap. I fall into the trap. One trap I always fall into is the trap of looking at all my analytics and everything and not posting for 3 days. That's a trap I fall into often. It's like I spend more time basking in the glory of all I've done, forgetting to actually do. And that's a mistake that I think, I've fallen into, and I'll probably fall into again. But it's just about dusting yourself off and keep posting.
Love it. So that's the philosophy. just remember, TikTok's your playground. Have fun with it. They're easy to make. They're really like easy for you to be creative. You don't have to stick to your such individual niche like you do on YouTube. Like, try everything that you enjoy, and if that video goes out well, then like you're like, yeah, people like it when I make videos on this topic, so keep making. Mo's like got an absolute like niche falling into his lap, but that's not like falling into his lap, to be honest. That's what, through 18 years of education, he's aimed himself on a career. So like he's now like making his career a playground. Charles, if you ever get back to the Google office, that is your playground, mate. People love it. Show them that you get a free breakfast and they will be there in the thousands. Like, people want to know. Like, I think it's like human just evolution is like, people are so interested in other people if they have any aspect of their life that's interesting. So find anything that you can talk about to a level that can teach one person anything. Like I said, I've got all these like productivity books on my shelf. Mo said if I could have spoken about those and gone viral on TikTok. It's that simple. So share things that you know or that happen in your life that are just interesting, the things that interest you in your life. That's what you got to do. Finance was the thing I started with, but it's definitely not the thing that I'm gonna like. Obviously, it's a key part of my channel, but like I'm moving into more and more random and various things. And to be honest, they're working and they're bringing in a bigger audience, because I feel like I've kind of maxed out on my finance UK audience. There's only so many people in the UK that are interested in finance. That's where I can start playing around. And like, as I said, and we say so many times, each video on TikTok is its own entity. So don't worry about your past videos. If you've done 2 videos, like 10 videos on finance, and you do 1 on food,
dancing,
you like, do it. If there's a trend, you like, remember, your friends aren't going to see this. This is going out into the world. So like, do something that's catchy, fun, and just enjoy making that kind of content, because I'm sure we all do enjoy making content. That's why we kind of do what we do. Mo, anything for you on the TikTok philosophy?
I did do a dance once, Nacho, but I removed it. Actually deleted it because I realized, that's not me. I was like, I'm changing. No, this can't be happening. Like, I was like, no, I need to draw strict boundaries for myself. I'm not dancing on TikTok.
Yeah. Like I've stuck like very rigidly to this 2-person format, but I don't see why like I shouldn't be able to just pick up a camera and answer a Q&A on my phone and then post that as a video. Like I really should be able to do that, or go for a walk and go outside and talk, like put it a bit of a nicer setting and just make a video in that style. Or
I recently did this for my YouTube video, by the way, like YouTube channel. I've had enough of this background already. So I literally went to the park, took my tripod with my DSLR, sat on a bench, and I recorded a video, and it felt so refreshing.
I love that video.
Everyone to do that. I recommend everyone to do that. Thank you, Cams. Yeah, it was just so nice to be able to be in a park. And also I remembered what Charles said once about how he had to vlog in public. Someone walked past with their dog while I was like mid-flow of a thought process. And it was really difficult. But it's just the main bit of this, why I mentioned this, is switch it up, do different things. And TikTok is the perfect place to experiment, be yourself, try different things, try challenges. You're going to be scrolling one day and you're going to see a challenge that says, put 14 random pictures of yours with this music and tell TikTok to edit it itself and see what happens, and then just post it and just see what happens. And it's just, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Have fun with it. Like, I can't stress that enough. Have fun with it.
On the subject of like YouTube and TikTok, so let's imagine you create like loads of your TikTok videos. Do you, when you're thinking about your YouTube videos, do you think of the TikTok videos that did really well and then create them off that? Or like, do you ever worry that you're creating a short TikTok video that could have been a better YouTube video? Or do you just think, oh no, actually I could just make this YouTube video anyway?
No.
So you're hitting a nerve, like a personal nerve here for me, because when I'm in the moment at Heathrow Airport, I have a choice. Am I going to record like this, or am I going to record like this? And that's TikTok versus but like I'm not gonna do this. So I'm already known as the guy who records everything. So I'm not gonna do this now. Yeah. I can't. I need to live a little bit in the moment. I might need to get one of those cases that I can do this with. That would be like a cool investment.
Or just put like a little camera on like your sleeve pocket and just record you the whole day when you're walking around. That will go for it.
I'm not sure if it's the same, but I might need to get something that I can do this with.
Bro, how many planes land a day? Just shoot 2 different planes.
But the thing is, for example, right, when I was standing there and they were painting the runway lines at Heathrow Airport, this is an iconic moment. They are literally painting the lines on the runway at Heathrow Airport. I had to make a choice, and in that moment, this is TikTok content. It's not. I could make a whole video about how we paint the lines at Heathrow Airport, but in that moment, I decided that this is a TikTok moment, and I just, Nicola, are you? Yeah, go on.
You can still make that video though, because if you look at reaction videos, a lot of them have like the screen in screen, so they just put the TikTok that they're reacting to. You can be like, this is the TikTok and this is how it happens.
Yeah.
Like, just because it's still in vertical doesn't mean you can't use it at a later date.
True. And that's something I think I need to go easier on myself with.
I got the question. I don't know if someone asked it. What about YouTube shorts?
As like repurposing.
Yeah. Repurposing TikToks.
I've been doing that.
I have started to do that, yeah. So originally I did not I repurposed my TikToks as Instagram Reels and also on Snapchat Spotlight as a new platform for anyone that hasn't heard of another one. Snapchat's a thing again.
Apparently it pays well.
Apparently it pays well if you go viral, but my videos honestly get 0 views. They don't even get pushed out.
Oh, I might have to
there's one that's on like 3,000, but they're so easy to push out. You just like literally upload them as they are.
Is it literally like shorts? Is that all?
It's like uploading a TikTok basically.
Okay, I might have to do that for this because I don't think that exists behind the scenes of Heathrow on Snapchat. So I might have to.
It's a weird one. It's a growing platform, but for
what's this? Shorts?
Snapchat Shorts is essentially a thing now.
Oh,
it's called Snapchat Spotlight. It's just another place to repurpose. If it's already there, post it. But yes, I now what's it called? So I'll do one video on a Sunday or a Monday, my main video, and then on a Wednesday or a Thursday, I post a short now, a TikTok. I've got loads of TikToks now to post, obviously, because I've got like 40 or 50 on my page. So that's like the entire year covered for TikTok shorts on YouTube. But I literally go to my garden, take a picture of myself, and then upload the title, and that's my cap. Like I don't even because the whole point, the reason why I'm doing so many shorts and like TikTok videos is, like Mo keeps saying, the path of least resistance. Now, if moving them to YouTube Shorts was going to add resistance for me repurposing them, I wouldn't do it. So because one of my paths of resistance to YouTube is the thumbnails, my thumbnails right now is a cool video picture of me somewhere. So the other day I literally pointed my camera up at the sky, stood over my camera like that, and just took a cool photo of me with like the sky as a background. And it was my TikTok that had 2.5 million views about income tax. So I just wrote income tax on it, and that was my caption, my thumbnail, and I just put it out there. I don't want to over saturate my platform with shorts on it on my YouTube platform, which is why I'm sticking to 1 a week at the moment. Bearing in mind I'm putting out 5 TikToks a week at the moment, or 4 or 5 TikToks a week. So I've got plenty of content to pick from for that. But for me, it's a why not? Like, I'm not a YouTuber with 3 million subscribers where my audience are going to be like, boo, like, we don't want to see your TikTok stuff. We're here for your YouTube content. I've got a couple of 100 subscribers. So like, for me, it's like the possibility of one of them hitting the shorts platform and going viral is worth me like risking a couple of subs on my page unfollowing me because they don't like my content. But yeah, like I stick to 1 a week because I feel like I don't want to overpost like 2 videos a week. Putting that out on YouTube, even if one of them's a short, is pretty good for a YouTube consistency level for me. Mo, you had to go with YouTube Shorts yet?
I have. I've been sort of just copy pasting it, and I've been keeping my. Apparently, Nicola was telling me once upon a time that YouTube doesn't know when you've got the TikTok thing floating around at the moment. So I've just been keeping that on there because it might lead people to and fro. And one random thing that I've been doing on YouTube is I'm going on like Heathrow, Britain's busiest airport videos, because they get loads of different Wait, here's what I noticed. I noticed on TikTok, loads of people would comment on my page on TikTok saying, I've seen you on ITV. So I realized that actually a lot of people would recognize me via ITV. So I started to find my YouTube videos of me on the ITV program. And then I comment saying, I'm Mo, I have a YouTube channel. And I only realized that because of how many people would comment on my TikTok saying, I recognize you from TV. I realized that's an in. But yeah, I have been experimenting, to answer your actual question. I have been experimenting with putting them as shorts. Not that much engagement, to be honest with you. There's only one. I was checking them now. There's only one that's done really well, which got 701 views, which isn't even that well, but yeah, it's hit and miss. It's really hit and miss.
Do you strip the TikTok music out of them, or just take the copyright claim and just ignore it?
There's a copyright claim.
Sometimes.
I've actually started to like download. I've got like the TikTok music now downloaded on my computer. So once I've done putting it on the TikTok app, I then I add the music then on Premiere Pro, and then export it again with the music. So I've got my non-TikTok version and my TikTok version.
I was doing that with my daily shorts in March.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because it is nice to have that bit of music in the background. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Don't tell TikTok, but I'm sure they'll get over it.
See, like for me personally, that's too many steps. I wouldn't do that. And that's just to go to show you that you don't have to do all this stuff. These are all just optional extras. The most important thing is just to bloody hit. And I'll tell myself this first before I tell any of you. Bloody hit publish. Like, that's it.
That's because you're lazy.
Yeah, I am lazy. I'll be honest with you. I take the path of least resistance every time.
Yes.
Mo, what if you recorded your stuff in the shots for the what's it called, airport, in 4K on your iPhone, and then cropped it down to 1080p in portrait?
Yeah, Esther wrote that in the comments.
Did she?
Yeah.
Path of least resistance, Charles.
Again, literally, yeah.
I can answer for Mo.
Because then I'm gonna, like, already now I'm overthinking the fact that
you have to go to Premiere Pro, you have to cut it.
Premiere Pro, go to cut it. It's just, mate, I can't be arsed.
Yeah, no, fair.
I am so lazy when it comes to stuff like this. Like I've been meaning to upload the Instagram post the past 3 days, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes I just go onto my app and I get stressed because I see like loads of kids asking for advice, and I'm just like, oh, like it gets a bit much sometimes.
Believe. No, yeah, Mo's answering every single one.
No wonder Mo never responds to my questions. I'm just one of those kids.
No. Honestly, I get overwhelmed sometimes with the amount.
It's not easy to be famous. I know.
No, it's not.
I'm telling you, Mo's engagement on his platform is so much higher than mine.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed with a very, very nice niche. Like Gabriel said, it's been a lot of hard work to get here, but one thing I always think about is, now that I'm here, I look around at the amount of people who are sitting on a gold mine and don't realize it. There are 75,000 people that work at Heathrow Airport, and not one of them realize that they can use social media to create a personal brand and like bounce that off into a complete different life.
Nicola, 75,000 people. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
I love
Reading
doing this. I'm really loving it.
There is like 40,000 people in my entire county.
Yeah.
Heathrow is a county.
It is. It's a city. It's a whole world when you get in here. We've got everything from like police officers to paramedics to like check-in agents to like cleaners to like people who parasail down buildings, or abseil. What's it called? Like when they like abseil down a building to clean it. Like we've got everything you can imagine in this patch of
You've even got a TikTok in there.
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently.
We can jump on to creation styles. So we've spoken about what like types of video you can make, but there's styles of video. So the first thing I've written here is look to see what's working. I think this is essential. Just go on the app, like have some fun. Give yourself an hour to just be addicted and let the time disappear without you knowing where it's gone, because me and Mo have probably done that so much. It's one of the downsides to being on TikTok is that you have the app and you're on it all the time. So yeah, we have probably seen every different style of TikTok that's out there, but you'll find them pretty quickly. Even if you go on the search function and type in the style of video that you think you might make, you can see different styles of what people are doing and on like really specific hashtags. So if you go into like hashtag a book title that you'd want to talk about, people have done it probably. Look at their styles, look to see what's worked. So that's my first tip, is just look at the app at different creation styles. I've written down a couple here. So like the look over my shoulders, tell back and forth, talk back and forth. That's what I do. Catchy hook before going into an explanation. So people go top 5 this to do like this, and then they'll go into the actual content of the video, or ask a quick question to the camera and then answer it. Quick movements, cutscenes. Mo probably does this bit with different like B-roll. Just jump. Storytelling. It's a really tough one to be able to be a good storyteller, or to like educate people through the active story. I think Mo is one person that actually does this. So his TikToks, a lot of them are kind of telling stories. So here's what's happening on the runway. Or here's like an explanation to why the runway slanted. Yes, Mo, I'll watch all your videos.
Thanks, man.
So it's a key one. I'll tell you one of the best. There are a couple of good storytellers. I've written down a bunch of names here, so feel free to take a picture of that and look at all of these different styles. All of these people that I've written at the bottom are people that are probably more education style than dancing TikTokers. They all have quite different types. Yeah, Mo, your name's in there again. I'm a fanboy, Mo.
Thanks, man.
They all have quite different styles. One that I would specifically point out, if in terms of the storyteller, is the second to last one, Teja Schuller, that Charles is on a one-to-one basis with.
Yeah. I mean, Charles also is a famous Google person, so you know,
yeah,
it comes as part of the package.
His storytelling is epic, and he's also out there to educate and inform people. His niche happens to be about like social media out there, and like crypto and all that kind of like relevant stuff that young people are interested in. Even like, what's his name, the Karma Medic, big YouTuber, he's just joined the platform on TikTok, and his style already is quite unique. A lot of visual aids, a really good. Yeah, he's got that.
Is he the Asian guy with a beard?
No.
Or is that the other guy?
Karma Medic is I think he's like Lebanese.
Oh.
King's College, got a bit of quiff.
Sure, I've seen him.
I don't know. He's just got a very good storytelling voice. I think that's probably why he does so well on YouTube. So like even the first guy is a fitness instructor. He opens every single like one of his videos. He goes into real niche things on fitness. Like his opening is he goes right up to the camera and he goes, "Don't be a dick with your curls," and then he teaches people how to curl. So like that captures the audience straight away. He'll then teach people how to like do their correct form on a training, and he'll end his videos with, "And that's why you shouldn't," and then it'll go back into "be a dick with your," like, do you know what I mean? So the loops is one that he uses quite well. They're all quite interesting. The travel mum is someone that gives you like different holiday ideas, and she'll literally go and show you on the website how to book a cheap holiday. David J. Phillips, a good storyteller. I don't even remember who half these people are anymore, but I follow all of them. Mike ABR, he teaches people how to use Photoshop. He's just got a really clean looking edited video. Jack Gordonite, it might be Gordonite. He's the one that got posted on our group, the young ginger kid who talks about tech. Also, these are all really good people that use different styles. Check them all out for sure. The other thing is collabs. That's a creation style. So you like collabs either through duetting and stitching through videos online, or with other creators. That's something that I've started to think about. There's a lot of creators in my niche, a lot that do what I do. So I've started to reach out to them to be like, you know what, instead of us talking to ourselves all day long, why don't we just have each other in the videos and promote across content? So that's an idea that I've started to do. So hopefully I've got one of those coming out soon. I mean, I'd even say to everyone out there, if you're someone that like wants to like go, like is dedicated to TikTok, then like I couldn't care less if, like, for example, you came onto my platform and did my video with me, because it doesn't affect my video and it's good exposure for yourself. So if like you're serious and you're doing well and you're trying to educate people on the topic, it helps me because it comes up with another idea for me. So if it's useful, that's something that I could teach on my style, I'd be more than happy to collab with someone that's like anyone in the group that's on TikTok, because there's absolutely no like resistance to me making that kind of style. So that's a challenge. If you guys are getting serious with TikTok, feel free to.
We've lost you, Gabriel.
Like, I feel like it's just useful for everyone. Say again?
No, you're back. You cut off for a bit.
Yeah. Mo, if you want to teach people about airports on my channel, honestly, I'd love that. I'd honestly love that.
Yeah.
I'm just moving towards educational style.
I might go like with like how to get cheap tickets, like flight tickets.
That would be sick. That would be perfect.
Yeah. I'll think about it. Cams, like, I was thinking about cams because I don't know why cams is just always occupying some space in my head. And like, I found that people on TikTok want like, they want lessons learned, and they want to like, if you can teach me something that you learned in your life so that I don't have to learn it. So like, for example, I read a book so you don't have to, I did this so that you don't have to. Like, people want that quick burst of information that they can sort of capture. Yeah, wise people. As Charles said. So that's something that I think you may be able to, like, I don't know why I had this caption line in my head. If you find, I'm sorry, like, this is just something that came up in my head. It's just an idea, probably a very bad one, but it's like, I became an alcoholic so you don't have to, and this is what I learned. And then it's like, here's something that I learned so that I went through this, and it's not a good place to be, and this is why. And then people who, you know, I don't know, it's just an idea, but play with that.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Definitely full series, that, Charles.
Yeah, part 1. Yeah, literally part 1. I became an alcoholic, so I didn't have to do part 1.
Short, snappy videos, some good info in there.
Yeah.
And
probably out when you're walking the dog. That's what I'd say. Not at home in your office. Out walking the dog by the beach. That's the vibe.
Yeah,
I do that from time to time, and it just never gets traction. I've been like around that 200 view thing that Gabriel talked about. It's just never going above that.
Do you do the caption? So try that caption. Just try that. Give the same advice with the caption and see what happens. Go with that hook that I did this so that you don't have to.
Yeah, high, and if you can do it with a bit of like a high energy hook.
Yeah, high energy. And one thing that I learned recently is that there has to be camera movement in the first like millisecond. So be out of frame and then come into frame in the first second, rather than just being there waiting for the camera. That's something that I've tried and it works. I put a video up recently of someone I had to remove actually. So I was showing the VIP lounge at Heathrow Airport. This is the lounge that the Queen would use if she was to ever fly from Heathrow. And I used that, and within the first 3 hours of the video being up there, it got 90,000 views. But then I got a message from one of the guys in the media team going, before people start screaming at you, I would recommend you remove that because they are very sensitive about like that room. And I was like, is it because it's like quite shit? And he was like, maybe, but just don't show it. But yeah, just a quick first bit will just add that dynamic element to the video, and it will just it's like it gets stacking the little things that matter.
And Cam, someone good to look at would be at Rod, that he does a lot of like corporate millennial content, but he's got quite like a steady, like soothing voice like yours, but he's still able to like keep it snappy and moving quickly. He's definitely like bought into the TikTok aesthetic, but he's very like, his voice is very calm like yours.
The opposite is Mark Tilbury, who is like the most like over the top energetic like dude in the world. He's like, here's how I became a millionaire, like oh, I left school with no qualifications and now I'm a millionaire. Oh my god. But he's now on 10 million subs, so I guess he's onto something.
I think because he's older, people listen to him. Remember, we once spoke about this, Cams, with Haider, about like why did Jordan Peterson do so well? It's because men who are in their 20s look up to him as like a father figure, and you fit into that category very well.
Smart. Yeah, I agree. I'd say just definitely just go on TikTok and you'll find other creators out there that you can really just like, you could honestly just do better than what they're doing, and they're doing well on TikTok.
Yeah. But
look and find styles of content that you'd like to make, and just, you could probably do better than them. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So that's that for creation styles. What's next? Repurpose, I think we've spoken about.
We touched upon it.
Not plagiarism in a digital age, it's repurposing. Yeah, so this is where I throw them. You can even repost on TikTok. You can use your exact same content, but just like make a second video on it. So some people do post their same videos on like 2 months later that have done well. That's one way of doing it. And you'll obviously bring in a whole new audience because it will go viral to a whole new set of people. Alternatively, just remake the video, use the same content, recycle a good video after 2 months. I'm probably planning on doing that. I made one of my videos that went viral was why it was all about like tax brackets, and like why like there's a new tax bracket when you go over £50,000, and a lot of people think that once you go over £50,000 in your salary, your entire salary gets charged at that tax rate. So like my opening captioning line was, did you know that in the UK it's better to earn £49,000 a year than it is to earn £51,000 a year? And like this guy's argument was that because you go into a higher tax bracket, you're going to have less money. And the other guy was like, no, let me teach you, taxes don't work like that. You only pay the tax on the higher amount. So I literally made a video yesterday called, it was like, there's another thing, like when you go over £100,000, you lose your personal allowance and tax. So my next video was, did you know in the UK it's better to earn £99,000 a year than it is to earn £101,000 a year? And I guarantee you in a couple of weeks, I'm going to make another video with another one of the tax brackets to be like, did you know in the UK it's better to earn £10,000 a year than to earn £15,000 a year? Why? Because you get taxed when you're in 15. Like people, honestly, that got 2.5 million views with some people writing. I got comments where people said, I've never gone above a £50,000 salary, and I've made sure that I didn't because I genuinely thought that taxes work like that. People were commenting that. And it's just like, they didn't know it. Or there's so many kids being like, commenting, being like, they really like, schools have got to teach us this. Oh yeah, I learned more on TikTok than I learned in school. And it's such basic things that you think that everyone knows, but they've got to learn it somewhere. Like that's why I always remind myself, you have to learn everything somewhere. And just because like some people are fortunate enough being commenting like, if you don't know this, then you don't deserve to earn £50,000 in the first place. I was like, it's a bit harsh because some people just have never learned it. So, and that's what I mean by reposting on TikTok. I've now got, there's 4 tax brackets, there's 4 videos for me. I can do each individual one. And I can probably remake them all in a year or less, in 4 months. So that's an idea. That's also quite cool. If you want to use TikTok to experiment, why don't you choose a topic, a video, a really specific topic, and try and make that video in 5 different ways. Try use 5 different styles on TikTok. One storytelling, one which is your voiceover of B-roll, one which is conversation style, one which is lots of you moving around, and just post it 5 different times and see if one of them takes off.
That's a very good point about
you don't even have to rethink the topic.
Yeah.
You've just got to rethink the style that you're going to film it in. Yeah. Because like I said, your old videos do not matter. It doesn't matter that you've posted that content before in the past. No one cares. They just care about what's on their For You page then and there.
One thing that I've noticed is you'll find a video that's got 5 million views, and you'll go on the person's page and you'll scroll down and you'll see 3 basically replicas of them trying to attempt the same dance, but each one's got its own little flair to it. And one of them has hit 5 million views, and the other ones are dwindling at about 2,000, 1,500, and one of them's just hit the algorithm properly. And like I said, I think it's that satisfaction element as well. It's just that does it hit the spot? And the one that will do out of the 5 will blow up, and the other ones won't. But the thing is, if you only uploaded one of them, then you'll think, oh, this whole topic is rubbish. Then you'll just move on.
Yeah, 100%. Like you could probably get to the point with the algorithm where you could upload an identical video 3 days in a row, and on one day it will do better than the other 2 days, and you'll just why? It's the same video. TikTok's weird.
It is.
It A has
Weird
to be
and
a good
wonderful.
video, and it B has to hit the algorithm. That's it.
Mhm.
That's repurposing. Monetization. I love this quote, by the way.
Yeah.
Too many
Too
people
many.
spend money they earned to buy things they didn't want to impress people that they don't like. Amen. That's why I wear the same black t-shirt in every single video.
Steve Jobs. Living like Steve Jobs already.
Matt Devela is more my kind of guy. Same thing. So Mo will talk to you guys about the Creator Fund because he's hacked it.
I don't think I've hacked it.
Yeah, no, you just get good views.
I think so one thing about monetization, so first the rules to get into this sort of tax bracket, you can call it, or whatever, monetization bracket, you have to have 10,000 subscribers, which sounds intimidating, yet it is not. The moment one of your videos, literally one video, it's all it takes to get 10k. I'm not joking. And you also have to have a certain number of views. Both
Likes.
easy. Likes,
Is it views or likes?
100k, 100, is it 100k?
100k likes.
100k likes.
One viral video.
Yeah, basically one viral video. It's not hard. Or either one viral video or do my approach, which was spam the shit out of. I used to upload 4 videos a day. Early days. 4 videos a day. And that was me, like I said, scrolling through my camera roll, finding stuff I've already done, putting TikTok captions on it, adding music, uploading 4 a day, non-stop every day. And it was like cocaine. I'm not even joking. It was so addictive because you see like I remember once I fell asleep, and I'm sure Gabriel's got even more impressive numbers, but I fell asleep, woke up 6 hours later, and it was like the typical like drug addicted type of person, like my phone's here while I'm sleeping. Woke up again, straight back on the app. Within 6 hours of sleeping, I had gained 934 followers or something ridiculous, like in one sleep. So
I did 30k in a day. I've never it's like literally being on like steroids. Like I can't explain to not like the app, the notifications goes up to 99 notifications and it goes 99 plus. So I used to refresh my notifications so that it would go back down to 0, go off the notification tab,
come back in again.
And 5 minutes later it was back on 99 plus. And I was like, what the that was like now we're talking maybe like a couple of 100 followers a day, which is still like that's insane. And yeah, I'm like, but why can't I go back to that day when I got 30k?
Yeah. And that's the thing, the more you upload, the beauty that I've noticed about TikTok is I'm still getting views on a video I uploaded 3 weeks ago, and comments, and like genuine people are watching it and like benefiting from it. Like 3 weeks ago, I forgot I uploaded this video. Like I get a comment going, oh my god, I have dyslexia too, this is such a good topic to talk about, you should do more about it. Like the last time I uploaded a video about dyslexia was 3 weeks ago, yet somebody somewhere is watching it. And that's the cool thing about TikTok. Now that's goes to show you how easy it is to rack up likes, views, followers when you upload consistently, is because somewhere in the world TikTok is showing your video to someone and they're going to be engaging with it. That's going to count as a view, that's going to count as a follower, it's going to count as a like. So consistency and constantly uploading loads will really help you in the early days, because you'll just rack up loads and loads of followers and stuff. So 10k views, 10k followers, 100k likes, that's when you can switch on monetization. And once you've put on monetization, that's when you can make, I think it's about, is it 1 pence per 1,000 views?
2 or 3 pence per 1,000 views.
Something minuscule, basically. Now, one thing you notice is as soon as you switch on monetization, or it may seem like there's like a placebo effect, that your views will just plummet. Like just go blop, like it will just die. It's like your whole page just dies as soon as you switch on monetization, and it really hurts, especially when you're on that adrenaline, like, you know, like you're just there, like just trying to get them views, and then you switch on monetization and you just nothing comes out of it, and then you think, oh my god.
There's a reason for that though. It's quite simple. The majority of people that switch on monetization have done so because one of their videos has gone viral. Then of course their next 10 15 videos aren't going to go viral because they've already made 500 and one's gone viral. So what's the odds of another one going viral straight away? They think to themselves, I put on monetization and my next few videos haven't gone viral, there has to be some sort of correlation there. I mean there might be something to it, But I think me and Mo have now both been monetized for what, over a month?
Is it
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it has probably been a month. Yeah.
And you'll realize that your videos aren't doing well because they're not good videos.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
simple.
If it's a good video, it will take off. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. We
That's
probably
something
both
I'd say.
hit hundreds of thousands of views whilst being monetized.
Oh yeah,
So
and that's
it's not
nice.
It's not a thing. You'll hear it as a myth going around, but I don't think me or Mo believe in it.
Absolutely. So yeah,
No,
that's that.
You said you were earning much more as well than Gabriel. What kind of?
So we're
what's-
getting on to
Oh,
this. Come
shit.
on. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what was that lovely lady who showed us all her numbers? What was her name? French lady who showed us how much money she makes.
Kareen.
Kareen. I'm gonna do Kareen on a much smaller scale. So so yeah, don't be disappointed by the numbers, but hey, it's a start, right? So you go on your app, you come to the monetization section, and so far in a month, £106 from posting videos on TikTok.
£106 from the internet, just giving it to him.
This is
That's
my
pretty
first
funny.
ever internet money, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think it makes sense to me yet. So so far it doesn't make sense as to why I'm getting paid.
Me and Mo were voice noting each other the other day, and we were both hyping over like £100.
It's mad.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
I thought you were gonna say like 52p.
I'm on like 45 quid.
That's very decent.
It adds up, and the thing is so here's the trick. The trick is consistently uploading and having a whole bulk of material that's already sat there. The more videos you're sat on, the more views you're racking up. And don't forget, this is a views game. So the more content there is for TikTok to be spreading around the world,
Yeah.
the more money you're going to be making. If you're only sitting on 12 videos, then there's only 12 videos for TikTok to be sharing, so you're not going to get as much. Nah.
Spot on. I think what a good case example of that is that I've had a video that like plummeted, and I've had 1,000 views on that video. Well, for me, that's plummeted. I know. Be grateful. Yeah. But I look at my analytics, and I still had 30,000 views on my channel that day. Because I'm sitting on 50 videos that are all getting views, slowly ticking along in the background. Every time one person watches a video, they might go on my channel and watch 5 more.
Yeah.
So just keep making, keep pushing it out. Like Mo said, at one point he was pushing out 4 videos a day because he could. If you're a person that sits with that kind of unfair advantage, then use it. If you're someone that can't, like myself, I will go and batch record and push out 5 a week if I can.
Yeah. And just to show you the sort of scale of like how it fluctuates, there will be some days, like today I think I made 49p. And there's another day where you make, the first day I switched on monetization, right? I got so excited because you have to wait 3 days till they tell you how much money you made. And this was when my channel was booming. Like I was getting like millions of views like a week, and I was like 2 point something million views a week. I think it was averaging in the early days. I switched on monetization, and the first day of monetization, it turns around and I log in, and it like brings it up for you. It's like, it makes it full screen. It's like, today you've made ta-da, and it comes up with £13 in 1 day. And I was like, oh. And I literally was straight onto the calculator app in my phone, and I was like, 13 times 365 days. And I thought, that's it. Like, Ali Abdal, here I come. Like, this is the start.
Honestly, you saw that Tesla in your drive, didn't you?
I saw it all. But then what you realize is that 3 days later, you're making 55p, and that's okay. You know,
All good.
It's about consistency. It's about keep putting a video, and it will grow. And the beauty of this app is that when the algorithm loves you, it loves you. It loves you so much.
It keeps you warm at night.
It does, yeah, really warm. And it whispers in your ear.
It keeps you so warm that it can cover.
This is a weird conversation, I think.
Yeah.
So that's the creator fund. Then we move on to sponsorships, which has been something that I've started to dabble in, which is the weirdest thing in the world, I have to say. people coming up to me and being like, hi, we found your email off TikTok. Do you mind making a video for us? We'll give you like real hard money. And I'm like, are you sure you've spoken to the right person? So I've started to make sponsored videos. At first I was like hesitant, like, because like I said originally, my plan was I was happy to go 2 years on this, on like content creation without even touching a penny. I had no care for it. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to make sure this is fun. So that kind of led me to making a really bold move where someone offered me some money and I went back to them with an extortionate amount, being like, I will do it, but for this amount, not for the amount you've quoted me. And they wrote back, yes. And then I was like, oh, do I have to actually go and do this now? So I went, so that was pretty cool. I think I went maybe 2.5, 3 times what they were offering me. And so I made a video. You get, they also do something quite cool where they can pay to push it out to more people. So that video probably would have got about, with the likes and comments ratio, it's probably like a 2,000 or 3,000 person video. They pushed it out to, it's now on like 250K. So they pay for it to go to more people, which in addition adds traction and adds followers to your account, which is sick.
Does that also add to your creator fund views?
I'm not so sure. I haven't actually done the maths, but I will look into that and see. If
Okay.
I don't see why it wouldn't. They're not splashing out that much, are they, TikTok, on those extra views? So it's all right. So there was that. It literally consisted of me making a video in my style. I said I wanted to do it in my style and I wanted to be my script. Obviously, they can correct me and make sure that they could include in it what they wanted me to say, but I made sure that it was that. Then they sent me the money and I posted the video, and that was the weirdest probably moment in my life, because that was like the first time I'd earned proper money off this. And now, like, I've got a couple of companies that are in contact, and again, I'm just kind of like, I'm not in a rush. I also got a day job, so like I'm not in a rush to earn money right now. So like, as long as is that for the day job? Thank you.
Maybe.
So like, in terms of like sponsors, I'm happy to like space them out firstly, so like I can actually go and create the content I want to create on the platform, and not have that burden me. And then B, like, to kind of space them out, it also means that like I'm guaranteeing sponsors over quite a longer period of time, because I'm like, I can book you in for like a 2 months from now. So there's that. Thirdly, I make sure that it's relevant. If it's not a company that I wouldn't personally like use or promote, then like I don't give them time of day. Like, there's a bunch of random like companies that are just like dropped into my inbox that aren't anything to do with what I'm trying to promote, and it isn't useful to anyone that I'm talking to. So I just tell them like, it's not really what I'm about, thank you. If they want me to do it in a certain style that I'm not comfortable with, like, again, I tell them like, no. But like, the flip side to my argument here is that TikTok, again, it moves so fast. So if I was to post an advert for them, like, my follower base probably aren't going to remember it by the next morning. They probably won't even see it if it doesn't get pushed to them.
Yeah.
So there's the flip side. You could push out an advertisement every single day if you really wanted to, and no one would really care. This is more like a personal kind of principle kind of thing, that I wouldn't want to push out anything that I'm not comfortable with. But yeah, that was, VibePay. VibePay was the first one. So like, I did a finance channel and an app that literally helped you transfer money. I was like, you know what? That's exactly, I talk about money. This is how to transfer money really easy to your friends. Makes sense. Let me go and do it.
Very funny that you did VibePay. I know the founder, Luke, really well.
Really?
Luke Massey. Yeah.
I don't know him at all.
Yeah, guess who's in his pocket?
That's the cool thing. Sponsors are coming. I guess that's also kind of a useful part to having quite a good niche for sponsors. That my content happens to fit quite nicely into what a lot of sponsors are like relating to. So like, if it's anything in the finance world, or if it's anything kind of educational, it's all like kind of fits quite nicely into what I do. The prices you can charge on TikTok are probably a lot lower like than what they should be for the amount of views you're getting. I think it's a very underrated value market. Like, someone who has the equivalent to me on Instagram could probably charge like 10 times more than what I'm charging right now. which is funny because they don't get the same kind of interaction if you boost a publication. You can hit millions of people on TikTok, and you can't do that really on, well, you can do it on Instagram, but like you get paid 10 times less.
The quality of
interesting.
people, the quality of the view is a little bit less. You could argue.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
They can
By
skip
the way,
your
what's
ads.
your ballpark like figure that you throw out there to just for the sort of people to?
At the moment, I'm charging people like equivalent to double my follower count, if that makes sense. So if I'm on 100K, I would charge them £200. I'm not charging them 200K for an advert. That's just, I've spoken to a couple of other creators and asked them what they're charging. They all happen to be like really young in my niche. So there's a lot of people out there that like, I was like, so what year of like uni are you in? Or like, what job are you in? They're like, I'm about to do my GCSEs this summer. I was like, oh, what? We're making the same stuff. How do you know about tax?
Which account do you follow on TikTok?
Yeah, so like I kind of like pry and tell them what I'm charging and find out what they're charging. There's a guy I know who had like 750,000 followers, and he was charging like £500 for an advert, and I was like,
not bad.
I was like, that's a lot, but like I feel like 750,000 followers, like you have so much power there to be charging a higher price. So that's probably the other way of monetization. Then obviously there's also like, I haven't included it here, but I've got a link in my bio that leads to a bunch of affiliate links, like free trade and all that kind of fun stuff that you can kind of get people to download it, and then you get a commission.
Have you had many? Have you had many come through?
A little bit, yeah. People aren't so interested in it because it's very hard to guide people towards it. I would say a couple of, like, I've looked at my analytics over a month. I think I've had 1,000 clicks on it. That's a click on the link itself to look at the other links. Probably also where a lot of like a YouTube push. So I will now promote a YouTube video on my TikTok page every time I've released a YouTube video, because why not? I'll try and make it topical into a back and forth conversation and be like, if you want to learn more, go check out this video. I had 200 subs when I started TikTok. I'm now in, and that took me about 4.5 months. And then in the past 5 weeks, I'm now on 600 plus. So there definitely is traction there. I do push people to my YouTube if ever I can, which is kind of cool. And yeah, that's kind of money side of things. But like I say, like, use TikTok as a playground. Don't worry about the money side of it. But it is there if that is a motivator for anybody. Cool. That covers it. If there's no questions, or Mo, you got anything further to add? All good. So this was challenge time. So only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. That's deep, isn't it? Who said that? So this was my challenge to myself. Like, don't do it. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But I challenged myself to make a video a day for 30 days with batch recording. That was like 4 days worth of content creation. Like I said, like, you can make an entire week's worth of videos, use the same script and try it in 5 different styles, and do that for your week's worth of content. It's just, yes, Charles, I love it. Just have fun, honestly. Like, the app is so, like, just go on there, see what other people are making, see what clicks with you, and do what is the least path of resistance. Take the Mo approach. That's what we're going to call it now. Take the Mo approach and have as little resistance to making it. Yeah. The reason why I say 1 a day for 30 days is like, it's kind of like just to hit the algorithm hard, and see if what you're making sticks with people. It's also just to prove to yourself like how easy it can be to make TikToks. And I think just generally, like, it's quite attaining. £5 for every day on this. Mo's like 10 timing his daily revenue through the content you have. But yeah, like, it's really, really, really not as hard as you think if you don't overthink. I think that's something that Esther brought up. She was like, you've got to tell us to stop overthinking our shorts. Just because you made it doesn't mean you have to post it on your YouTube Shorts. If you want to keep your YouTube channel clean, then just don't post those ones on your YouTube. I would say repurpose to Instagram as a must, because Reels can take off. Mo can tell you. Mo, how many followers you got on Insta?
It is the rate has gone up dramatically since I've been posting Reels, like dramatically. And now it's gone to 4,000. I think I'm 4,300 now on Insta.
That's crazy. I've only just started to hit the Reels. Like one that I posted a month ago was on 1,000 views, and it went up to 20,000 the other day, and that brought me in 200 followers. Which I'm not someone that like even uses Insta. I had like 400 followers on Insta. I'm now on like 700. I've like doubled. I didn't even know that was a thing.
This is the beauty of investing in TikTok as a platform, is that it will allow you to grow in other platforms as well. It's such an easy bar to jump over. Don't take yourself seriously. Upload whatever you feel like uploading. Just have fun with it. And then if something blows up on there, you pick it up, paste it into Instagram, and it will blow up on Instagram as well. And do the same on Shorts, and there's a potential for it to blow up as well. It's such an easy bar of entry. But the most important thing is, please do not take yourself seriously. Please.
When you guys, Mo, when you share it on Shorts and Instagram, how do you deal with the music thing? This is the only thing I haven't figured out. So you record on your iPhone app, you go on TikTok, you add all the music, you add your effects, you add your captions, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Snaptic will take the music with it. It will turn it into an MP3 with the music.
Whoa, hang on though. But like if I record, what I'm saying is like if I record a voiceover, oh yeah, but then hang on a minute, then surely you lose the benefit of trending real sounds.
Yeah, but then so then that's the thing. It doesn't really matter. Well, yeah.
Same. Anything that's trending on TikTok also trends on Instagram.
But
Reels.
like
I've been watching it. No, I've been watching it.
No, I get that. I get that.
The
You're
benefit.
talking about the watermark.
I mean, like,
he means the benefit of having it as a sound, right?
Yeah, like an actual. I don't mean the actual notes in the music. I mean like the actual sound itself, where you click on and it shows.
But one thing I've noticed on Instagram is that Instagram automatically picked up that this sound was included in the video, and it was like, we're putting this down within this field, FYI. It actually goes, FYI, we're including this in this sound, just to let you know. I was like,
okay,
yeah, cool.
And I guess
have you figured out? Can you add sounds in the background on Insta Reels?
Not in the background. It overwrites. It's like you either have all music or no music. There isn't like a volume
that's what
bar.
I thought. So if you're talking, you can't use sounds anyway on Insta Reels. So don't worry about that. Yeah. Like I said, I add the sound on TikTok, and then I've got the sounds now as MP3s on my computer. So I'll add them quickly and export it with the sound as a second file. And if I want to do the captions on Premiere Pro as well, I'll do that then. It's a really quick process.
I guess what I'm thinking as my process is like recording it on clips that Cams and I looked at the other day. Recording it on clips on the iPhone where you can add captions automatically. Like it's super easy to get started. Like it's super easy to record. Like I actually found it like well easy to add backgrounds and stuff. So I think I'll try it out with clips, add it into TikTok for the trending sound, export it out of TikTok with the sound, throw it into Snaptic to get rid of the little logo, and then export that MP4 file into Reels and into YouTube. And it sounds like, from what Mo's saying, the sound will get picked up from Instagram anyway if it was in that TikTok video, even if you don't add it manually, and YouTube doesn't care. Does that sound like a reasonable process, guys?
It does. Just don't overthink it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, use what works for you. As you start to make more and more, you'll start to find your process that works well for you, I would say. Like I've slowly figured out my path of least resistance. From captioning on the computer was the path. I then switched it to captioning on the app because, like I said, it hits the algorithm a little bit nicer when you caption on the app. I now know that when I'm producing in Premiere Pro, I'll quickly add a captions version because I know that I'm going to use that for Reels. It's just, I know my order now. So like I've got like a checklist. If you have a checklist of the 5 steps that you need to take when you're producing and where everything's going to be done, then it happens quite quickly. And then if you can add batching in on top of that, then you're laughing because everything works quickly for you on a 1-by-1 basis. So if you can do 5 videos at a time for each stage, then it's even easier. that's my recommendation. Batch your ideas, just go to school on it. That's definitely what I would say. I mean, let's see if I can even show. Does this come up? Oh no, it's back here. 1 second. This is how it goes. This is my spreadsheet for like my ideas. I do it on Excel, but like this is like 50 ideas that I've got already, just in all these different columns, like that I've just split up into loads, and there's loads more that I just haven't even like bothered to write down yet. So like, for example, just like random ones that I found on the app that are like colored in, where I will credit the person who's made that video, but I was like, you know what, that video is banged. And like, people are quite picky. So I made a video quite similar to another creator's style. I was like, that was a really good video. I want to make my own style. And I got called out in the comments. They were like, why didn't you credit this guy? And I was like, whoa, like Ali told me that there is no original content. What are you talking about? So like, it can get a bit picky, but like, just go for it. Like, so many people copy each other's content, but that's like a great place for ideation. And then just like, anytime I have an idea, like Jeff Bezos, like how he's not actually rich, and how all his money's actually in Amazon, like stocks and shares, and if he was to put it out, he wouldn't even have half that price. Behind the scenes, these are different questions that I've been asked, so I've thrown them all in here. Like how I shoot my TikToks, literally one video where I will go online saying, can everyone please ask me questions, because then I have questions to answer. Filming a TikTok example, so that's literally, I will make a TikTok of how I make a TikTok. Like, these are the kind of rough things that like I've thrown down. This, and then I'll stick it in like a date, and then I'll switch over to Ali's famous sheet. And I don't even need, honestly, half of this is like fluff. I don't need, but here it is. Just my different columns, and they'll all go out, and then here's my videos that I've made. Like, that's it. My script is really simple. If I go on this one, mortgage explained, and I go on that's not going to work. If I go on the script, I don't even need half of like all this decoration around it, because my script literally goes here. That's it. Person 1, person 2. How will I ever move out of home with such crazy house prices? Most people actually borrow the money. There you go. That's mortgages explained. And that's a video that's going to come out soon. And like, if I'm analyzing this, for example, how will I ever move out of home with such crazy house prices? Most people actually move out. So I don't need to pay for out for. I would literally, in my edit, look at that and go, I don't need the word so in that. Like, that's gone. Because it's just me saying an extra word. That's how I will look through it to try and utilize it. I'll then time myself saying all of this and hope that it hits about 30 seconds, saying it back and forth. And that's how I work out my timings. And that's my script. I then go in the other room. I sit down, I turn the camera on, I film one person's script. So I film person 1, each line, 1 by 1. I then turn the other way, turn the camera on, change my backlight, read the other script. I'll do that for 5 videos. The editing takes 2 seconds, because each of my video clips is 2 minutes. So like, to cut that down in Premiere Pro takes me 2 minutes to run through that. I don't even, because it slows down my computer now to edit with the like video showing now. So I turn off the screen. I don't know if anyone's ever had that problem where their video slows down and like it freezes as they watch their video back. So like, I will literally now turn off the camera and just do it by audio. I edit by audio now. So like, I literally go across and I'll edit I'll go until I can see a sound wave. When the sound wave starts, I'll keep going until I've just hit the sound wave and cut it there and remove that part. And that's how I do it. And then obviously like do it 2 times speed when I'm running through it, because you can do that once the camera's off. For swiftness, export, add captions on the app. Voila, there's my TikTok. Sorry if that was me like going like a super fast pace. I'm happy to like literally break that down. If someone wants, like, afterwards, I can literally go through an entire TikTok and show them from like start to finish me making one. But that's how I do it. And when I like to come up with this script, sometimes I'll Google a bit of information for 2 minutes. But most of the time, like these are really basic things. You don't have to be so accurate. Like, I know that you can pay 5% on a deposit up front, but I've written 10 to 20% because 5% is normally with their Help to Buy scheme. Like, it doesn't have to be spot on. Something else you'll realize is if you add like a misspell, or you add something a bit controversial, something a bit wrong, people on TikTok love to jump in the comments and be like, oh, wait a second, blah, blah. And you're just like, bring on the comments. Yes, the more comments, the better.
Yeah. I once misexplained how a jet engine works, and I got slandered in the comments, which also meant the video went viral. So, you know, who's actually winning, huh?
Let's see. I'll count the words for you. Let's see if we got away.
Are we jumping in with questions?
Yeah, go for it.
So I've actually just finished recording some, and I found it really difficult to have the energy, because obviously you get the energies with the editing. I get that, but like I think I was on a YouTube flex, and it was very difficult for me to just be like, and this and this. And it just felt so unnatural. Do you do something, or like earlier on when you started out, to just get that energy level? Because I'll let you answer the question.
I think I'm the wrong person to answer this question, because I'm just I'm too much all the time. So
I would say that my energy comes from the fact that I'm scripted word for word now on my TikToks.
Right.
So I know
that would drain my energy, for example. That would drain the life out of me. This all depends on the person.
I put it this way: when it comes to YouTube videos, I'm the person that doesn't script. I'm I'm off the bat. I have 3 bullet points, and I'll speak about them for 5 minutes, because I hate that rigidity and that structure. For my TikToks, it works. It makes sure that I'm not using one word out of place that doesn't need to be there. Like if I went back to my old scripts, like I could actually like tear them apart because of the amount of like over use of words. Like if I went back to any of like them, because the word for word script is where I get that sudden burst of energy, I suppose. Because I know what I'm saying. All I have to do is I say it. If I didn't like how I said it, I'll just say it again quickly. And it's only about a sentence long each part. So that's where I get my energy from my parts. Again, that works with my style of talk back and forth.
Yeah.
But I feel like regardless of what I would do, unless I'm answering a question, just when I want to do like a Q&A and off the bat and answer it like that, I feel like the scripting is really powerful, because like I said, I'm aiming for a 25 to 30 second video every single time. The script, that is what I just showed, 100 words. So a script, my biggest resistance to YouTube videos was scripting, because it took me the longest amount of time. On TikTok, to write that script takes me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
From ideation to completion. So I think it's probably also something that I just got to get used to, and just the more I do it, the better I get. It's
just the muscle to practice, because I was finding looking at the script and my energy was going lower, and then I was trying to say it with the same energy level, and then I was trying to look at my document again, and it was I think I've just got a really bipolar recording of everything.
I'm trying to like find an old script to see if I can kind of tear it apart. This video actually did really well. I want to see if I just analyzed it now. So even this part, hold on a second. I know it's like a bit of acting and a bit of play, but like I look at it now and I cringe a little bit. I'm like, why would I add in those 4 extra words? Like it just doesn't need to be there. I know that like I feel like I'm being overcritical, but that's how TikTok is. It's so fast paced that the less you can add in, the better. That's what I would say. If scripting doesn't work for you, then obviously go back to it. But I would definitely, if you haven't tried scripting word for word, it might be worth giving that a go and seeing if that comes across in your actual videos, because it doesn't need to look natural on TikTok. No, that's the whole point. It just has to be entertaining, and for me, informative and entertaining.
Yeah.
Voila.
One thing I just wanted to sort of just touch upon before we call it a day is I think it's amazing how much sort of back of house goes into your videos, Gabriel. It's really impressive. But just for anybody who is like me and gets intimidated by stuff like that, it's not necessary, but it's good. But it's not necessary. You can still have a successful page without it. Of course, it will help you with your scripting and everything, but if you're looking at that and thinking, wow, that's a lot of work, then just remember you don't have to do it.
No.
Yeah.
100%. I agree with that. Find, as we keep saying, find what is your least path of resistance.
Yes.
For me, the script is my least path of resistance,
Yeah.
because it means that I don't have to think when I go into the filming part.
Mm.
For some people, it's the other way around. They would rather have to think a little bit when they're filming so that they don't have to script.
Yeah. And that's good. That's a good example you bring up, because we are those exact two examples. Ask me to script and I will keep delaying that video for 3 weeks. But tell me just to pick up the phone and record it. It'll be out in 5 minutes.
I have a question.
Yes.
So you said that you took all your old footage and then made it into TikToks. Was that like old B-roll footage that then you sort of shoehorned into with the music, or?
So this was like stories that I had. So I went through all my archives, so my stories of me just walking around terminal buildings, showing something cool, and just any footage that I have around the airport. And usually it was stories because of that vertical format. So literally I went through my highlights. One thing I was thinking about you, Esther, is if you like your footage of you like doing stuff on the cars, you could probably put on TikTok. Of like those challenges that you set for yourself, doing something funny, like dropping something, like, but then again, don't overthink it. If you're in the workshop one day, film a whole bunch of random little cool little things, and then you can worry about that later.
Because I have filmed, but like it's then sort of thinking about how to then convert like what I call B-roll footage into a
So you have a voiceover section where you can actually add a voiceover in the app. So you could put it, you can chop it all up into a nice quick sort of compilation, which is 20 seconds long, and then quickly add a voiceover in the app. The beauty of it is there's so much you can do in the app. It removes a lot of the friction.
Do you restore cars? I mean, I should probably know this. So if you're restoring cars, people would love montages of a development from start to finish.
Part 1, part 2, part 3.
Honestly, yeah, people will stay for the journey.
Oh my God, your camper van. Your camper van.
Yeah, but you see, you've got to finish the car.
You don't.
You don't. Keep them wanting more. Also, people are hooked on like back garden renovations at the moment, or like bedroom renovations, and they don't even stay to watch the end. I got hooked on a video that was just them laying the floor. And that was like, I was like, why am I still watching? They were literally just pouring cement on the floor. And I was like, it's so like, and then I was like, the video's over. I was like, I thought I was going to get a whole renovation here, to be honest. But I didn't watch it.
I literally, Esther, to give you context, this is like maybe 6 months ago. I watched a 5-part series of someone cleaning out a swimming pool.
I watched a 5-part series. Yeah, he's massive. He's massive.
Mate, that's
now my 4-part series of somebody cleaning out a swimming pool.
Esther, I will give you a little idea, which I guarantee will go viral. You have one of the most iconic vehicles of all time sat in your garage, and the beauty of it is it's literally like a cardboard box on the inside. There's nothing there. If you say, listen, I've had this for so long and I really want to renovate it, but I've lost motivation, who wants to see me renovate it? And literally just leave that. Follow me if you actually want to watch me on this journey. It's kind of one of those things that's been sat around forever. And just be honest with it. Like, this is the perfect place to do like the Esther talks. Like, just really show them who you are. And just be like, I like doing this stuff, but this stuff's just sat in my back garden all the time. Maybe if I have people following me on this journey, it'll motivate me to do it. And I feel like the amount of people in your comments going, oh my God, that would be my dream. I would love to watch you do this, would give you that little nudge just to say, all right, you know what? Fine, I'm going to do it. Today, I'm going to wax the outside, or today I'm going to do this, or today.
That TikTok just got to me. Wax the outside. That's a viral video.
Or today, I'm going to try and fix this little bit of corrosion, or today I'm going to change this part of the engine, or today I'm going to do this.
Also, film them on time lapse. People love fast videos. If you can film, if each of your montages could be 2 or 3 different angles of you doing it on time lapse, there you go with a voiceover. Voila, TikTok done. And a start and finish at the end, like a here's before, here's after, and then time lapses for 20 seconds in the middle. There's your day-to-day TikTok content.
What do you think? It's all good and well us coming up with these wacky ideas, but what do you think?
Like, I have all the ideas and I have all of the footage. I just haven't put them together.
Nicola, are you talking about the white?
I also have a car that so it's a gel coat, so it's not like a normal coat, so it oxidizes, so you polish it and you get that satisfying one half shiny, one half not, and then you literally leave it out in the sun for a month. It's oxidized again, so you have to do it again, so you get that satisfying, like,
You could do like a 12, like you could literally do a 12-part series
lying.
of like what
I want to
what's the
watch
car?
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly,
Let's
I
go
mean, I
around the
think
table.
you've got
Who's next? We've made you TikTok viral. Who's next?
yeah. We're just giving you all the TikTok trends and wisdom that we have in our heads.
The tens of hours of TikTok that me and Mo have watched combined is finally coming to use.
Yeah. If anybody wants to do a silhouette challenge, I mean, it'll make
Sorry,
you
I
viral.
love the way you just said the tens of hours you watched.
Today.
Oh, today. That's okay. That's more realistic.
What an app. Like, there's so many possibilities out there.
Like Ada and Nacho, great idea for you. There's a guy who does like advice for like if you wanna go around London for a day, for example. He says, okay, I'm gonna plan you a day out in London. Having like let's plan you a student living abroad situation. Like, here's a situation. If you're a student and you want to study abroad for a year, here's an example for you to do it. Or here's a tip. Here's something that you might want. You already built a brand around that, and TikTok is full of students who would love to learn more about that.
What's your channel about? I need to learn more. You guys know each other. This isn't fair. I need to follow you.
It's about we are sharing our experience studying here in Italy, and we give advice to Latin American students how to get scholarships, the mindset, and the stuff.
TikTok would love that. Yeah, what, like the country, the culture, because if you're doing that anyway as part of like your experiences of living there, bring the camera along.
Yeah,
enjoy the journey. Also,
well, we went to Naples the past week, and so we made a lot of videos and b-rolls, and we can.
And when I was preparing pasta a couple of minutes ago, I said, Nacho, I have just had an idea about how to do a TikTok, because we usually buy a pasta that needs 13 minutes to be ready. But this one, Nacho changed and bought another one, 11 minutes, and I left it 13 minutes, so 2 minutes more, and it was like not so good. And I said, this could be a great TikTok, a good advice.
Honestly, anything like that. I mean, there's a lot of strong, like, just having a couple on a TikTok profile seems to be like another really powerful thing, where it's neither of your page. Like, you can both just be creative and take it in your own style and either do things with each other or take it solo for the day.
Thanks.
Like yeah, little things that you can like do to each other in terms of like how to like live abroad, or like just living with each other. Like that is mad. Like, there are literally like now personalities on TikTok of just couples that live together. There's like one of my favorite ones. I can't even remember what they're called. I need to find them. Like, I think they live in Canada or something, and then she just like pranks him all the time, but like not like proper pranks. There was one today where I think she was at her laptop, and then every time he took a step towards her, she just took a step away from him, and she just wanted to see what like the reaction was. And it's just, I don't know what it is about that kind of stuff. Like, this is a 30-second video, and they have like 10 million followers now. And like, if you go back 3 or 4 months ago, she was doing dances on her own, and she was getting like 1,000 views or like 200 views. And they've transformed their channel into like their brand of their life. So if you've already got a cool like life experience by the fact that you're living abroad, people want to buy into that, because especially now when people can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. People are deprived at the moment. People are, I post pictures of walking around the terminal. They're like, I can't wait to be on a plane. I was like,
okay. Then I am going to ask you the name of that TikTok couple.
I will send it to you along with 5 others.
I need to find
it first.
I have a question. you know the whole like TikTok trend of like, oh, tell me you have something
without telling me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have to find the like? Because I was gonna say, tell me you've got a classic car without telling me you've got a classic car, but like,
you can start
start
off that trend. Yes, Gabriel, spud me.
I was gonna try and like find it and then duet it. Do you just
Start one?
If you can't find it, make it.
Yeah.
I haven't looked for it though.
I might do it. Tell me you work at an airport without telling me you work at an airport.
What's it going to be? A plane?
Yeah, that or like my pass is always around mine. Like I never take off. Like I'll be at home in bed with my pass on. Like that's just standard. Yeah.
What's mine? Tell me you
one
talk
idea.
to yourself all day long without telling you.
Tell me you work at Google without telling me you work at Google. Oh, that would be perfect.
If you've got a style of TikTok that in your head, like a niche you want to go down, and you want to message me or Mo about that, or just ask us, I'm 100% sure that me and him have both seen something that would work perfectly. It's our demise, but also, I guess, our strength.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, like, feel free. What was one I watched today? Some girl was parenting tadpoles. Don't know how. I looked at her.
Oh no, they mustn't swim with those tadpoles. Have you seen it? They're gonna go and swim with them.
No, I haven't seen that. But she had 10 million followers from like growing tadpoles from eggs into frogs.
Mate, they're pouring them into a swimming pool, and then she was like,
"They're not swimming with them. They were just giving them a bigger home."
No, but like it's a massive. Maybe this is a different video, but like the one I've seen is like they're pouring it into a swimming pool, like a sort of a freestyle swimming pool, and then in the end of the video, she's like, "In the next one, don't worry, I'll swim with them," and everyone's commenting like, "Don't do that, you'll hurt them." Like, what the fuck? Oh, honestly, I'm gripped. I'm gripped.
It's a weird.
I think she just did that for engagement, though. She's not going to swim with the babies.
Mate, honestly, she might. But do you know what the most satisfying thing is? When you find a video like that, and the part 1 that you find was posted like 2 months ago, and then you scroll up and you find the part 5, and you find the end of the story.
It's like finding the best Netflix series ever, and there's like 6 seasons, and they haven't cancelled it halfway through.
Yeah, I cancel so many parts halfway through. Or like I start one, I'm like, part 1, and it blows up, and I'd never do a part 2. That just shows you.
A lot of people do that, by the way. Their videos will be like, watch to the end to find out this answer. Like they'll have those words at the beginning, and it works.
Yeah.
Like little hacks, little things.
They're a bit cheap. I got sort of uppercutted in the comments section the other day for putting the VIP lounge. I was like, oh, let me show you inside. And as soon as the door was about to open, I just cut it short. And I was like, you could put 60-second videos. Why are you putting a 15-second video and cutting it short and telling us to watch part 2? People were just furious.
Oh, another bit of advice is when people comment on your video first, it doesn't mean anything, but they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
The first person to comment on your video always just comments first.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah, you encourage them. You encourage them,
Yeah,
Gabriel. You're like, oh, the person who wrote third is like, oh, maybe next time.
Yeah, but I'm also the guy that, like, whatever happens, I play with it.
Yeah.
Like you have to, because that's how you get engagement, I guess.
True.
I mean, that's in my mind. Somewhere at second, and I was just thinking to myself, like, what is the, like, all things to write? Like third, I get, like, it's a joke because someone's written first and second.
Yeah.
But like second, it's like someone's already written first.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're going a bit of a tangent.
I'm loving the current trend of people responding to their hate comments. Oh, it's so fun.
I should do that.
It's so good. They're just like, so some people will be like, kill them with kindness, or explain why, like, actually I was right, you're wrong, and oh bless you. And they're so much fun.
I do that. That's another beauty of TikTok, is the moment you get a comment, that's content. You can now repurpose that into more content. And that's something Charles brought to my attention very quickly. I was getting plenty of questions of people asking, how do you do this? How do you do that? Where do I do this? Where do I do this? All of those things just got scooped straight back up into questions, title, 60 seconds, me talking to a camera. And then those videos get like 15, 20,000 views. And then that is what boosts my monetization, because it's those videos that are just constantly getting a couple hundred views a day. Those are what really add up.
That's literally, man, what I'm hoping for. Like, I've got like 5 solid ideas of things that I can talk about Google. I'm just literally just waiting for the comments.
Listen, if you have good questions, I will ask you good questions. Like, let us feed you with questions as well if you want.
All right. Well, hopefully the questions are going to come in the comments, and then that's my that's my pipeline just from that.
First one's, how did you get a job at Google? Straight off the bat, you know.
What's it like to work at Google?
Yeah. Is it true they give you free breakfast at Google?
Mate, that's going to be one. I've got the perfect video in mind for that, where it's like the cafe behind me in the, like, you know, the like thing where you're in front of the image like that, and then like popping up behind it is like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to try out some stuff, see what happens. It's going to be embarrassing as hell. Ruben's laughing his
no one's going to see it though. Have fun.
Yeah. Like, it's true, just pointing to the cafe above me like, yeah, there's like 16 restaurants on campus. You can get breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
This is the great part. Like my family were the first 5 people to follow me on YouTube. None of them have followed me on TikTok yet. And like TikTok's the one platform I'm actually doing well on. And they're like, no, we're not interested. I had to like link my grandma, like my TikTok link, because she can't download the app. So she's now like watching them each individually. She goes, where'd you get all your knowledge about money from? She doesn't talk like that, but yeah, like it's so cool having a place to just throw content out and it will get what it deserves. It's simple as, if it's
don't take it personally, and don't take it personally.
It'll get what it deserves, but it might be good and not get what it deserves, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's a good point to end on, I feel.
All right, awesome. Is there anything else? Otherwise, I feel like we've kept you for so long tonight.
Go on, Nicola.
While we're still recording, okay, so me, Priyanka, and Charles are in the challenge. Who else? I feel if we've lasted
Cam's is in the chat. I'm seeing not Cam.
If you're all in it, then we're in it too, because we have to upload. I'm gonna jump on 30 days.
That's 30 days, one video a day.
Yeah.
From when?
Starts from whenever you upload your first one.
Oh no, I thought we should all start
do it as a collective.
Time.
If we do it,
because if you want to batch record over the next few days.
So I was thinking Monday. What about if we just all agree on Monday? So Monday.
We're in. Nacho is in.
Monday the 10th of May. If everyone's down for this, I'm down for it. We're all doing it together, and we all held ourselves.
We don't have even one video on TikTok, so we are going to be
good.
Yeah, but they have like shitloads on Instagram. Just gonna...
Hey, listen, some people have put in the groundwork already. You can't hate them for that.
It will be couple contents. So
use what groundwork you've already done. That's what I'll say. Use the hard work you've already put in, repurpose it.
Days from Monday.
If you have a good video on YouTube, break that down into 30 TikToks.
You guys have reels. Just upload your reels to TikTok.
You can.
Yeah, but just don't forget that it's a different platform. I've tried to put a YouTube video on TikTok. It has its quirk. It's not as simple as copy paste.
Also, post all your TikToks and we'll all share them and we'll like them and we'll subscribe, and Charles will ask you so many questions.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I love it.
Pleasure.
I'm looking
forward. And what happens if any of us don't upload a video, a TikTok in the 30 days challenge?
Well, I think this £5 a day thing is quite like £5 or €5 a day. I mean, it depends on if people want to sign up to that or not.
You have to
every day
upload a dancing video on the TikTok account.
Yes.
Okay, I prefer that because we are students and £5.
That's worse than £5.
We pick a TikTok dance and you have to upload it.
That's the one. We collectively choose.
You're going to do
the silhouette challenge.
I will post every day. I cannot dance, so
I'm not doing the silhouette challenge. I will make sure.
How about that? Whoever doesn't upload, because this is a deterrent if I've ever heard one. If you don't upload a video in the 30 days, you got to do the silhouette challenge. And if you don't know what that is, then check it out.
I want like Cams to
Send this to my grandma.
Just go on your TikTok there now, folks that don't know what it is.
Someone keep Cams on a Zoom call all day, just so
Go check your TikToks now. search the silhouette challenge, and then you will post a video every day.
Every day.
Red light district.
Is it best to have a WhatsApp group for this specifically? Otherwise, we're going to be spamming the other.
Yeah.
Let's make a WhatsApp group, but also let's spam all our TikToks in the group as well.
What? No.
So,
Especially whoever does the silhouette dance.
Ruben will join
How are we
us?
going to know if you need to do the silhouette dance if
Or
we're not
not.
tracking your progress?
How do you know I haven't already filmed the silhouette dance?
Well, you've got a door frame right behind you, so you're
I
halfway.
got two.
Which one did you choose?
Wait, silhouette challenge.
That one, because that one can be seen by my parents.
I like that we also have the reasoning behind it.
Ruben, are you in?
Oh, I know what the silhouette challenge
It
is.
involves a red light and
Yes.
Silhouette.
a silhouette.
This is your chance, Ruben.
Can I ask a question? Does anybody know a good YouTube video on like how to use the TikTok app for dummies or something?
Yeah, so probably type that in and then pick the one that's got like the most views.
Yeah.
That's probably.
But I didn't know.
There's one guy who does quite good insights on TikTok, but I feel like they're quite like, even I watch them and they're a bit like high level. He's like, what's trending right now on the app, or the new algorithm updates to TikTok. It's like the overthinking part of TikTok,
Yeah.
but like we're trying to tell you not to overthink it, so don't watch him.
We
Okay.
will, if we notice little things that you can tweak, things that you can change, then we'll speak about that in the group.
You're like our guiding
100%.
lights.
I need a show of hands now who's in so I can create the WhatsApp group.
Yes, Ruben.
We got a full house.
Esther.
House.
We got a full house.
Kelly and
Full
Sarah,
house.
are you guys in?
Oh, they're gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Sarah is-
Sarah's in.
Gabriel. Gabriel. Job
Kelly,
is done,
cool.
mate. We are.
Kelly's in.
Look at us.
And if you all do it, like honestly, and you've got your niche, like as I said, more than happy to collab. Like, let's say you haven't taken off. Like, I know that like I've got this channel, and like to be honest, I'm quite grateful, and I think I'm really lucky for it.
Same.
So if you guys are like up with TikTok and you're like doing really hard in it, I'll be more than happy to stick you on my channel and do like a collab. and,
Gabriel,
like,
you have to
Honest.
comment first.
I will.
What do we do?
I'm commenting
if we
all
do-
over.
if we do 30 days. What do we win?
Yeah,
Do we
come
win-
on, Mo. Come on, Gabriel. What do we win?
Do we win a party or something? Like,
You win the fact that you're not doing the silhouette challenge.
Yeah.
That's enough
We
of a
have to
win.
make
And
a,
believe me, that's
like
a win.
A prize.
like a paper prize, like an award, like
oh, a
says
certificate.
a certificate. Yeah.
We'll have a
Maybe we
certificate.
can-
We'll have an awards ceremony. It's okay. It's cool.
Oh yeah, nice.
Nicholas just thinking she doesn't have to.
So
do
we
so.
could have a ceremony on the 10th of June. Let's see.
That 30 days.
June the 10th. No, it's
Thursday.
Ooh, look, let's do like some positives that you can win as well. Or did Gabriel drop out now? But like, what's something good? Like the person with the most growth over the past, like
Oh,
let's
nice.
put a positive incentive as well.
Maybe like most creative video, like how to do a couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
most
Ceremony's
creative.
a nice idea.
Okay, most
Sounds
creative.
fun.
Let's think. Most creative video is the first one.
The funniest,
Best,
maybe.
best, yeah,
Or-
funniest, best use of a trend.
Yeah, yeah. Best use of an effect. Yeah, let's do that as well. Go on.
Best use of an effect.
I missed out. What are the prizes for?
We're doing a virtual award ceremony on the 10th of June.
We're having a TikTok Oscars.
Yeah.
or maybe the 9th. That is Wednesday. I don't know. That's
why don't we
something to
do-
figure out.
Why don't we do the 9th?
Yeah, the 9th. I think because it's Wednesday, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense. And then if anyone else wants to join our ceremony, they can join.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's what the we only know what we know Wednesday call is for. The Oscars.
Most creative video, best use of a trend.
You want growth in there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something to be proud
And
of.
most creative repurpose, for example,
Wait, are you?
if from YouTube or from Instagram or
Best,
not an interesting.
Hang on a
Best-
minute.
I was
Not
gonna
all
say
of us
best
have reels
insult.
to repurpose.
Best insult from a comment.
Oh,
that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
The best hater. Okay.
That's a good one.
The best hate comment.
Yeah, best hate comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do the opposition from like best stalker. So from that one person that.
Oh, I
comments
have a
all your
stalker. I
videos.
have a TikTok stalker.
I
Okay.
love that.
He is still
Nicola's already
DMing
won
me,
that one.
wondering why I'm not uploading.
I feel like
Invite him.
already has like a good like real life stalker. I feel like.
Yeah, I
Also-
attract stalkers.
We're expecting a lot of repurposing here. So this is 30 videos on TikTok, like lots of videos on Insta. I want to see Snapchat spotlight off the charts.
Right, but the
Oh,
set is 30 on TikTok, just in case
Sorry.
I don't cross post it to Snapchat or Shorts in case it's too embarrassing.
I'm 40. I am not Snapchatting stocks. I'm just putting that out there now.
Nicola, you do realize that the TikTok demographic is arguably lower than the Snapchat demographic. Or
Sorry,
something
there
like
is a very high proportion of millennials on TikTok because I follow them all.
that. See you, Kelly.
See ya.
Okay. Any more awards? Any more awards?
Oh, like actual number of videos, whoever posts the most.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Oh, what,
put
in,
an upper
case it's
limit.
in case it's more than
Yeah.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do 4 a day.
You can do 4 a day, mate. I'm telling you, if somebody goes for it, if somebody actually throws their heart and soul into this, 100K is not hard to reach. I'm not joking. If you catch on to the trends, if you do the right thing, if you get a good niche, 100K is within reach, and that's monetization, that's money. You know, you can, and that's YouTube conversion. That's so much. Like this challenge, if you do it properly, if you take on board what we've spoken about today, and you use it, easy.
I'm just gonna put my YouTube bio in my thing. Maybe we could also have this. Maybe this could be quite an interesting metric. Most, I don't know how we could track it, but like most additional subscribers to YouTube channel from TikTok.
Yeah, we could. It's difficult to track.
Maybe that's difficult to track.
It's difficult to track.
People's choice. Like, can we all pick one person's TikTok that they really liked?
You're gonna have to like remind us the week before to start reviewing all the old videos, because that will take me like 2 toilet breaks to go through 30 videos.
How long are you on the toilet for, Gabriel? I mean, that's
not
a
long.
lot.
That's a lot.
How many times?
I feel like
300 videos, not 30, because there's 10 of us in the challenge.
300 videos. Let's
Everyone
say they
keep
average
them to under 10
average
seconds.
30 seconds, 150 minutes. What's that? 3 hours of content, 2 toilet breaks.
Okay, you need more fiber.
You need to go to the doctor, I think.
You ever stood up and you've just got like pins and needles in both and you just go straight back down?
You know when your knees are like red because of your elbow.
We need a biggest flop award, just in case someone gets 0 views. The wooden spoon.
I think when we start the WhatsApp group, it'll be good for everyone to screenshot their account, so you know what figures
That's
you're
the
at.
initiation. Yeah, that's the initiation.
I never did that, and it made me really sad because like I could have made that video where you're like, look at my glow up of my account. Yeah, I couldn't do that because I never made a screenshot.
So we're gonna screenshot
Best
our
silhouette
account
challenge.
on the 10th of the 5th.
In case there's multiple losers, mate. That's how you're hoping for.
Mo's gonna have a week where he forgets, and that's 7 silhouette challenges.
No, it's not one shot. No, it's not one every time, is it? You have to do it every.
Because Gabriel said you can, and Mo said you can do the same video more than once, and nobody will know.
One might blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, let's do
Nervous
this.
now.
Oh, it could be little first traps and just don't know.
Have you done the biggest blow up of a video, like the most viral
That's a
video?
good. That's a good
Most
one, yeah.
viral video, yes.
I feel like you have an unfair advantage on that. Like,
No.
You'd be
Well,
very surprised. You'd be
bring
very
it on.
surprised.
Because the algorithm favors
New
new
creators.
posters, new content.
The algorithm favors content over creator. That's the best. That's the thing about TikTok. It doesn't care who you are, how many followers you have. You go viral if you make a good video.
Yeah.
How many followers are we all starting from? I think I've got like 3.
0. We have 0.
I've got 12. I've got 12.
Yeah. By the way, my journey started very similar to Gabriel's. I put up, I think, 6 videos where it was nothing. I caught onto one trend, which was, what was it? It was When I say I'm an aerospace engineer, when I say I'm an aerospace engineer working at Heathrow Airport, and then it like flashes the pictures.
Oh yeah.
That one
a great
video. Yeah, that one video made the rest of the whole channel blow up.
Yeah. So for me, it was I just talked at the camera about topics, and then I tried the conversation style where you talk back and forth, and that was the video that hit 150K. So if you can, that's a winning formula, by the way. Like it is.
I'm planning to actually try that formula on my own page soon. So
give it a go. It doesn't always work, so don't be disheartened. Like there's a lot of my videos that have flopped through it, but if it's good content in that formula, it's engaging.
Yeah. What formula? The 2-person formula.
2 people. Yeah.
And by the way,
For
just
us, it's easy.
An unfair advantage.
Unfair advantage, yeah.
The easiest way to film it, by the way, if anyone is going to do it, is keep your camera still, keep everything still. If you can change the color light behind you, change that for the 2 people because that's easy, and change top. And then when you're editing on Premiere Pro, I just flip the camera so it looks like I'm facing this way and the camera's
version, yeah.
Voila, I'm facing that way.
Do you have to sit slightly on the side though?
I look to the side of the camera, so I film it like this. Hey, how are you doing? That's it.
I'm just concerned about getting the 30 videos. I'm not sure I'm going to worry about all the sides.
Oh dear me.
I can't change the lights.
You can. There you go.
Nice.
Love it.
Nice.
Remember, change a color t-shirt as well if you're doing it on your own.
You know what? I'm actually going to throw in an extra award. If anyone does an official TikTok dance, you're getting an award.
Okay.
For the best dance.
Yeah.
But the video has to be uploaded on your media account with most subscribers. Because if you have a TikTok with 0 subscribers, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It has to be embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh, if you create a sound, if someone asks you to create a sound,
that's a good award.
You get an award.
Yeah, if you start a trend. If any of us start a trend in the next
That's a good one.
Oh my god. Let's start a trend and then all of us will make a video on that trend.
That's a good idea, actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Tell me you're a YouTuber without telling me you're a YouTuber.
Yeah, that could work because we've all got gear and shit, haven't we?
Camera.
And a video of me crying.
Crying.
That could be a really good, like, don't you know somebody love?
I don't know what you were singing, but I want you to carry on.
The disturbing thing is I know exactly what sound he is and I can see him dropping his cameras with the beat.
Bro, that video of yours, I've literally looped that like 20 times. It's such a good video. I can see what you mean about the loops, guys. Like I never really considered that before, but yeah. It's so easy. Just literally chucking 20 pictures and chucking that sound.
If you could write these on the WhatsApp so we can know what, like, we can target one award.
I have the list.
Maybe put it in the description of
that's a good idea.
and then people can write it.
Awesome.
This is running out of hand. This is getting out of hand.
I'm excied for this.
Ruben.
Put your hand up, Ruben.
The energy is just too much.
I gotta be honest, I feel like if anyone's
It's crazy.
dance, it might be Ruben.
Ruben, I think the key thing is just, I'm not going to worry too much about the awards. I'm just going to more worry about if I don't post each day, like that is a reward in itself for me. As long as I avoid that reward or that toilet paper reward, then I'll be okay.
Yeah,
100%.
Always remember, by the way, the difference between this and YouTube is it has to be entertaining. The video has to be entertaining. Entertaining doesn't mean you have to be shouting and running around. It just has to be done in a style that people want to watch. That's
entertaining or satisfying. I found. Yeah.
Like if you're talking to a camera, you've got to be able to story tell. If you just want to be you sitting in front of a camera, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna shoot a story for Instagram. Act natural. Okay. Don't smile. Just keep talking.
Oh.
So who mentioned Silhouette Challenge again?
It was the worst idea. It was the worst idea.
Honestly.
I am quite scared about that, just in case I like sleep in one day or like I haven't filmed a video. Like
I feel like I will be in bed one day going, oh, I haven't uploaded today.
It'll be like doing your lives again. It'll be doing
at 3 a.m. Oh my god.
Does it have to be one a day or does it have to be 30 in 30 days?
30 in 30 days.
No, because then people can just cheat.
Nah, I think one a day. I think one a day. That makes it like quite troubling. Like
at least one a day.
Yeah.
One every 24-hour cycle.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the day starts
Specific.
at 12 o'clock your time.
Okay.
Like,
Well, I think we don't have
Nobody-
to make
That's
it
good,
so
that's good, actually.
Yeah, nobody's going to
scientific.
control that.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's just
Don't
you just
make it
need
too
to drop
complicated.
it.
Do you honestly think I'm not going to look up everyone's time zones and check their account every day?
Oh my.
These awards, this
Michelle
shit's
is on.
serious.
What we could do is to assign, for example, I control cams and cams control and
I
do a
think there are
Partners.
too many engineers in this group.
Yeah, everybody's video.
I just think we you can check it on TikTok anyway. Like you can check it when it says 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4. Can't you anyway? I think.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
but we don't want anyone thinking they're getting away with the silhouette challenge. Like, if you know, if somebody misses day 3, then day 4 needs to be their silhouette
I'm
challenge.
so sorry. Nicola,
I'll just post
Oh my God.
that thing right away. What's it called? Silhouette challenge?
Ruben's about to have the time of his life.
Yeah.
Guys, do you not think I'm
Poor
freaking
Ruben.
out about this as well? I don't make videos
You've
now.
got 100k people waiting for you, mate.
I think I'm just going to record 30 in 1 day and then just
Yeah.
periodically release.
Yeah, I think that's like the safest thing. Like, we have Thursday, Friday,
Draft.
Saturday, Sunday to
Yeah.
record 30 videos.
Yeah. Here's when you can use your draft section effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have an emergency fund of like of
Like-
videos.
3 videos in the draft.
But you still got to remember to actually physically post them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
no
that's the
longer
worst
on your
thing.
phone.
Esther, that's the worst thing that I'm most worried about.
You can schedule them. By the way, you can schedule TikToks on the website.
On the website.
Can you do it if you have it as a draft, Gabriel? If you have it as a draft on the app, can you
Yeah.
schedule that draft?
I don't think so. But what you can do is save it, move it to a computer, and TikTok are fine with it having the TikTok water logo on it.
I'm more thinking of like if I've done all the effects and the
Just
sounds.
download it, save it.
What about the sounds though?
It will save it with the sounds.
Okay.
Once you
Overthinking,
post it,
Charles.
when you post it, it gives you an option to save when you post it to your camera roll. And what
Okay.
you do is you just post it on your phone privately, so that only it goes into like no one else can see it, and then you've got it in
Oh.
your camera.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, you can. That's the only way to actually save it.
No, this is scary.
Okay. This
Cool.
is scary.
Riley.
I better get some sleep.
I'm so excited.
Now I'm going to go and cry for a few hours, and then I will.
Record it.
At least there's 2 of you. At least there's 2 of you. It's only 15 each.
Yeah, right.
That would be a TikTok. Just you crying in the corner.
I have to
I
start
mean, you're
TikTok.
YouTube.
You can make it like a male, what's it called? Men have feelings too kind of video. One of those ones. Male emotions, power to.
Right.
Then like,
to
what
be
are you
this
crying?
guy, I'm gonna have to go. It really
Me
kills
too.
me. I really want to stay, but I need some sleep. So good night,
You as
guys.
well.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna.
Nice seeing your
Yeah,
faces.
All right, we'll put
Bye.
it there. Thank
Alright.
you,
Yeah, I
everybody.
would say let's finish earlier and not.
Let's call it a day.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
Call it a day. Sounds good. Oh, this is
Everyone post
exciting.
everyone post
Yeah.
your TikTok channel on the WhatsApp group, please.
All right,
Perfect.
hey, Gabriel, you going to create it?
It's already been made.
What?
Oh my.
Oh, okay.
Come on, mate.
It's real. It's happening.
Nicola, you are sick.
Shit. All right. Okay, let's do this. We've got this, team. We've got this. I'm just going to be messaging Mo at like on Sunday at like 11 p.m. I'm shitting it out. Okay.
Ruben, get us in.
All right. It's got
All right, everyone. It's been
I'm gonna
absolutely
head.
lovely.
See you later,
Yeah,
guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Good one.
Bye.